1,000-yard rusher this season for Jackson State. Nice pickup on that play.
And Wilkerson is I mean, he's a physical downhill runner. You know, we talk about North Carolina Central defense. I want to see how they respond to Wilkerson as well.
Second down and about 8 to go for Jackson State. Shador. Short drop, throws underneath. The catch is made. Daniels makes the catch. He's going to be a yard short of first down.
Just ran Wilkerson on a flat route, and Daniels ran a little hitch route, just trying to clear that space up, inside-out read for the quarterback.
JSU at the 33. They need 1 yard to get the first down. They trail 3-0. They will hand it off, and they don't get it. Tigers do not get it. It's going to be fourth down. They may have lost a yard, so 4th and 2. The JSU and the punting unit will come out, though.
Yeah, that was a big-time play right there, Coach. They did not get that one.
Wow.
North Carolina Central was just crowded that line of scrimmage and put cover 0 behind it, Coach, and say, I dare you to run, and they ran it and stuffed them.
Jackson State with a quick 3 and out. Back to see this punt is Brandon Codrington, the junior from Raleigh, North Carolina. This is his hometown team. Gonna flag it down. If this is on North Carolina Central, this would be a first down for Jackson State.
Because they were coming after that one, Coach, and I believe it is on North Carolina Central.
Bad mistake for Coach Oliver.
Yeah, they were coming after that one, Coach.
Offense, 32. Make the call for that was on Jackson State, a false start. We're going to push him back 5 yards. Coach Fine, coaching in his final game as a Jackson State head football coach. He made some really strong comments during yesterday's press conference.
Yeah, I kind of listened to a little bit of it. What's your take on that?
He had a lot of strong comments.
Yeah.
He was directing them at somebody. I don't know who he's directing them.
Well, you know me, the school I grew up in, Coach, I just call your name out. I ain't going to direct nothing. I'm gonna say what I want to say to you.
Good punt. It bounces right to Codrington. He scoops it up and is brought down at about the 33-yard line. We're in the first quarter of the Cricket Celebration Bowl. North Carolina Central 3, Jackson State nothing. We're back after this break on the Tiger Sports Network. we're back at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Let's go down on the field now with Jamie Horton. Jamie? We're still trying to get that connection. But before the game, you saw a video of Coach Farm in the locker room, and he was teary-eyed talking to his players. He was very, very emotional.
Yeah, he is emotional. You saying he is emotional. I'll just leave it at that, Coach. He's very emotional.
Boo-hooing, Coach.
If he wasn't tears, though.
First down. Tears. First down and 10 for you. They'll hand it off again. A big hole off the right side by Latrell Collier. He takes it across the 40, and he picks up another first down for NC Central.
They continuously running that same play, Coach. They're washing that right side down where Gaddy would normally be. They're washing that side down, Coach, and just running the football right over there.
I do not understand why Miles Gaddy is not in this game, why he's not even here. It is first down and 10 for NC Central at its own 43-yard line. Make it to 44. Richard back in the shotgun for NC Central. And he will run it again. Richard breaks off. He's across midfield into Jackson State territory. Inside the Tigers 35 to the 33. Wow.
Just ran quarterback draw on that particular, quarterback power right there. Pulled the guard and the fullback, led him around, Coach.
Oh, my goodness. NC Central already leading this game 3-0. They're on the move again at the Jackson State 35-yard line. Again, JSU without Miles Gaddy. Why? We have no earthly idea.
A lot of late substitution going on with this defense.
46 yards rushing for Richard. It is first and 10 for the Eagles. Richard hands it off. They go with the flea flicker. And they'll throw downfield. A man open at the 10, and he takes it down to the JSU 5-yard line. Wow, they come with some trickery, and they throw it to Richard, the quarterback.
Yeah, it was a reverse pass, Coach. Richard acted like he was going to block. Nobody stayed with him, Coach. And Aubrey Miller realized it, but it was too late. And he was the guy that made the tackle.
Wow. North Carolina Central coming out very strong against Jackson State here in the first quarter. They're at the Tigers' 4-yard line. Make it to 5. Richard in the shotgun on first and goal. Takes the handoff. Richard will call his own number, and he will power his way in for the touchdown. North Carolina Central all over Jackson State so far in this game, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. They've just taken it right at them, Coach. They're not trying to disguise anything. They're just punching us in the mouth right now, and we have to respond. The key to responding is offensively. You can't have these 3-and-outs, Coach. You got to get a drive going.
2 possessions. North Carolina Central comes away with points on both possessions as they lead it 9-0, pending the outcome of this point after. There's a snap, ball placed down, the kick is up, and it is good. 7:27 to go in the first quarter. The Eagles of North Carolina Central out of the MEAC 10, Jackson State out of the SWAC 0. We'll be back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
There's big changes coming your way. You can't wait to meet him, and he can't wait to meet you. Our women's wellness homes are here to empower you, to give your baby the best possible start to life, before, during, and after. The result? Less worrying and more living. Blue Cross and Blue Cross Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Hear that? That's C Spire Country on a Saturday. And while fans show up for their team, C Spire Business is here to help the stadium's team up their IT game. While the players run ironclad defense, our world-class IT experts do the same with state-of-the-art network security. While the running backs redefine fast, touchdown, we do too with warp speed connectivity. Discover IT solutions to scale up your business and future-proof operations.
Welcome to C Spire Country, where champions reign. Visit cspire.com/business.
Entergy works for the moments you live for. The joy.
Touchdown!
The heart.
Here's your boy.
The wonder.
And if we do this, our robot should.
At Entergy, we're dedicated to powering each moment, today and for future generations. We're leading the way with a cleaner, more reliable grid to power every day. Because these moments matter.
Your graduating class.
We power life. Entergy.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffles, UMMC, Sim Chiropractic Services, Dynastics Promotional Products, American Airlines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Zaxby's, Pizza Hut, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Richard Swartz.
We're back at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, Georgia for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. A shocking score so far. North Carolina Central leading Jackson State 10-0. JSU football this season brought to you in part by Classy Creations. It's your one-stop shop for all of your beautiful official custom JSU jewelry and accessories. They can design and make your jewelry and accessories to give you that personal look you want. Call 601-622-3278 or visit the website at myclassycreations.com. And they made me a beautiful Kansas City Chiefs bracelet there, Coach. Look at that. That's nice right there, Coach.
Yeah, that is nice.
Gold Chiefs and
yeah,
red bracelet. I love that.
That's nice there.
Well, it's not nice when we're watching because North Carolina Central is sticking to JSU.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up. Maybe, when I'm normally standing up, we have a little bit better production.
We'll kick it off. Coleman fields it at the 6. He's up to the 10, 15, 20. Coleman with room, and he breaks out of a tackle, and he falls down at about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for Jackson State. It's the second possession of the ball game, and the Tigers trail 10-0.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, North Carolina Central has came out with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, but the question becomes, can they sustain it for 60 minutes? You have to be able to keep it going. But again, with Jackson State, start spreading them out like they're doing now and start playing Jackson State style of football.
1st down, 10 for Jackson State. Shedeur Sanders in the shotgun. He's got Wilkinson standing to his right shoulder. Flings it out to Wilkinson. He makes the catch and takes it up to the 40-yard line before being driven out of bounds on the near side.
Just ran a swing route that time. It looked like Central's in a 4-2 or cover 4 look with too high on them. So, they're just trying to take what the defense gives them.
North Carolina Central had about 3 weeks off before playing in this game. Jackson State had a week off, and it seemed like our equipment had 3 weeks off.
Had a month off.
Yeah. It is 2nd down and 7 for JSU at its own 38-yard line. Make it a 39. Shedeur rolls to his left. He has plenty of room to run, and he will get JSU's first down before being driven out of bounds on the far side, and flags come in. Shedeur was already out of bounds, and he was thrown down after he ran out of bounds. So bad mistake by North Carolina Central, but we'll take it, Coach.
Yeah, it looked like Shedeur kind of hopped on that left leg, Coach. He kind of took a bad fall over there. But we'll take those yards. I hope he's okay.
Hope he's okay, and so does Colorado. I don't know they're watching.
No question.
That's for Richard Swartz. You make the call. That 1st down brought to you by Pizza Hut. Jackson State in North Carolina Central's territory for the first time in this ball game this afternoon. Tigers from the Bulldogs, from the
Eagles.
I knew I was going to say Bulldogs because they were maroon and white. And I knew I was going to say Bulldogs. They're at the 37 of the Eagles. They'll hand it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson with a nice move. Nice running move as he takes it inside the 30 to about the 24-yard line. And that's another first down brought to you by Cadillac Attack.
I tell you what, Travis Hunter kind of got in the way, Coach. Instead of him running his man off, and that's the thing you have with those guys. They want a half block sometimes. If he runs his man off, Wilkins is probably in the end zone.
It looks like we got some kind of melee that happened before the game. Here we go, first down and 10. Shadua throws towards the end zone. A man wide open. That is DJ Stevens who makes the catch for the touchdown.
Just little play action and Stevens hit him right up the seam, Coach.
DJ Stevens with a 24-yard touchdown catch, and Jackson State back in the ball game, trailing 10-6, pinning the outcome of the point after. What a throw by Lenny Ripson.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, it was just great play action. Those linebackers came down to bite, and Stevens slipped right behind him, Coach. Stevens has been very automatic for this Jackson State program.
We talked with DJ earlier, and I asked him, was he going to Colorado? He said, absolutely not. That touchdown brought to you by Zaxby's. The point after is good. That's brought to you by Ceasefire. From a nationwide 5G wireless to gigabyte fiber internet for your home or business, get the speed you need at Ceasefire. Jackson State trailing 10-7 here in the first quarter.
I told you when I stand up, good things happen. Yeah. I'm going to sit back down now so you can eat your big red cookie or your velvet cookie.
Don't worry. Hey, I'll tell you what. They have a nice spread out here, Coach.
Yeah, Coach.
Let's see if we can try to catch Jamie Horton down on the field. Jamie, are you there? Hello? Yeah.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, go ahead, Jamie. We can barely hear Jamie.
Yeah, he can hear us, but we can't.
I think what's going on, Coach.
It sounds like I'm talking through a snowstorm.
Well, our equipment and I used to be in the NFL stadium. We used to be in the mobile in the hallway. It's going to work perfect there.
Oh, no question.
But at a beautiful stadium like this equipment is like, where am I?
And I hope I'm not sounding like this on the air.
All right, JSU kicks it off. The fair catch is made. But I guess when you kick it off and the fair catch is made, it automatically goes to the 25. So.
I think it does, Coach. And hopefully our defense will come up with a big stop right here, Coach, and kind of get the momentum shifted back. In these type of moments, you get an interception or Silman Craig will come up with a big play or something like that.
Jackson State football this season brought to you in part by Lenora Lewis Realtor. Hopper Properties, looking for a real estate agent with knowledge and expertise to assist you with the buying or selling of your home? Lenora Lewis with Hopper Properties has got you covered. Give her a call, 601-724-1435. First and 10 for North Carolina Central. Richard remains in at quarterback for the Eagles. Back in the shotgun. They'll hand it off, and not much there. Maybe a gain of 2 yards to about the 27-yard line.
Baron Hobson on that tackle, Coach, came up and made that play. You have Hobson and I see they've moved Miller and Hobson in the middle now and put Gaddy out. Not Gaddy. My mind is on Gaddy, but he's not here, Coach.
He should be here.
Justin Reagan is out. He's not in the middle anymore.
Jamari Taylor's the back, standing next to Richard here on 2nd down and 8. North Carolina Central operating from right to left. In maroon jersey, solid white pants, maroon helmet, and Richard again will call his own number. This time he is brought down after maybe a gain of 2. He's going to bring up 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, Silman Craig, they tried to run that same play. Silman Craig on the tackle right there on that one.
He created Celebration Bowl. North Carolina Central jumped out to a 10-0 lead. Jackson State just stopped the bleeding a moment ago with that 24-yard touchdown pass from Shadua Sanders to DJ Stevens. It is 3rd down and 6 to go for NC Central from its own 29-yard line. Richard, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. That's E.J. Hicks, the receiver to the right. Richard back to throw, and he's sacked. They got him, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. They brought that pressure that time. That, it's hard for me to get that to one defensive lineman, Coach. Every defensive lineman was in the backfield that time.
That's the first sack of the ball game for Jackson State, leading the way for JSU on that sack. Big number 99. He's a big old boy, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. That's Big Evans, I want to say it is, Coach.
That Big Evans leading the way for JSU.
Jeremiah Williams, I'm sorry, Coach. On this roster, they gave us 99 to cut off.
Yeah, they got him cut off. He's Jeremiah Williams.
Yeah.
Out of Lexington, Mississippi. Holmes County Central High School. That's Jamie's school. Lexington High School. You ever recruited out of Holmes County? You ever recruited any players out of that, Coach?
I did. I did the junior college over there, Coach.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I remember when Jamie was in high school. He was a little bitty baby, but I didn't try to recruit Jamie.
Cloudy day here in Atlanta. 40 degrees is the temperature right now. Coach Prime coaching his final game here at Jackson State. After this, he's going to move on to Colorado.
So how soon do you think he's going to be going to Colorado, Coach? I mean, how soon do you think he'll leave to go to Colorado? Will he do the press conference? Will he go back to Jackson? Will he leave directly after this? How soon?
Oh, yeah, he's not going back to Jackson. No, B I love. He's going on to Colorado.
Yeah, I love.
B I love. It's the punt.
Oh, man.
Good kick. Bad catch signal at the 35-yard line. No, Coach, he's not coming back to Jackson.
Yeah.
He's already packed.
Yeah, Shador, you think he's already packed as well?
Oh, yeah.
Why he put the shoulder pads on?
He threw Shador's suitcase to him.
No question.
Yeah.
But, Daddy, what about Shiloh?
Shiloh is going to perform after this game with the band. He has his mace, so he is going to perform, Coach.
Wow.
He's an honorary member of the J5.
Well,
amazing.
He may as well perform with the band. He's sure not playing right now. He's sure not out there right now, Coach.
First down for Jackson State at the 37. The end around goes to Travis Hunter. He fumbles the football right into the hands of North Carolina Central.
Wow.
He was popped. That ball popped into the air, and North Carolina Central recovers. Great hit on that play by the Eagles as they just knocked that ball right out of Travis Hunter's hands.
And here's the thing, Coach. Travis is this is where you're going to really see how mentally tough he is. He's back on defense now. And I'm curious to see now, the offensive team knows that he's mentally shook right now. Will they take a shot at it? And will he respond to it?
I'm telling you, they hit that ball right on.
They put the helmet on
right out of his hand. Great defensive play by North Carolina Central. They have it now at Jackson State's 32-yard line. Richard back on the field in the shotgun for the Eagles offense. Jackson State trailing 10-7. Here's Richard now, back to throw. Looking in trouble again, and he slips out of a sack, but a flag comes in. This may be holding on the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be holding, Coach. I don't know what they're doing. They're trying to do a lot of different things, but that Jackson State defense is getting back there. What are you drinking, you little Tito's?
Sound like a rat.
He's like he's mixing up some Tito's and a little coffee cup or something.
Richard Schwartz, you make the call. It's a chop block on North Carolina Central. So they open this drive in bad shape by making that big mistake.
Yeah. I think he.
First down and 25 now for NC Central. From its own 47-yard line. They had it in really good field position. Richard now back to throw. Here comes the pressure. He dumps it underneath. The catch is made by Collier, and he is brought down after a gain of about 10 maybe, a gain of about 7.
Yeah, just ran a running back screen, Coach. Just getting those big linemen out in front, and they're getting downfield. Them big linemen getting downfield, Coach. Jack State defense comes up the field so fast because they're just trying to figure out a way to slow those guys down.
Ball at the Jackson State 36-yard line. It is 2nd down and 14 to go for NC Central. Trey Oliver is the head coach of the Eagles. He coached at Grambling. It's the only team in the SWAC that he's coached for. Here's Richard now, back to throw. He's in trouble. Rolls to his left, buying time, and he slips out of a tackle, still on his feet, and now he's brought down on the near side at about the original line of scrimmage, Echo.
Yeah, Coach. There was a lot of missed tackles. Yeah, I know you saw that. Tons of missed tackles right there, Coach.
With the shoulder.
Yeah, they don't. Shiloh's number one shoulder thrower, Coach. They don't wrap up. And Oliver, Coach, he was the defensive coordinator with Dawson Odoms. That's up. Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Holding. Offense. 51.
10-yard by Richard Ford. Holding.
Replay. 2nd down.
So they're shooting themselves in the foot with 2:40 left here in the first quarter. It's the Eagles 10, JSU 7.
There's a lot of missed tackles. You look on this replay.
I don't know how the Eagles lost 2 games this year. Eagles now back near midfield at the Jackson State 47. It is 2nd down and 25. Richard throws again underneath the screen pass. The catch is made. Nice pickup on the play, but it's going to be yards and yards shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, because they just tried to throw another middle screen this time to the running back. The first screen they threw was an outside running back screen. This one was a middle screen.
It is 3rd down and 16 from the Jackson State 38-yard line. Davius Richard, the quarterback, in the shotgun. We've got Collier in the backfield with him to his left. Richard takes the snap, takes the handoff to Collier. Back to throw, firing deep down the field, and it is incomplete. He kind of had 2 guys open down there, Coach.
He did, Coach. The number 2 receiver right there was running straight up the seam, Coach. He just missed him, Devin Smith. He just missed him running straight up the seam.
Where's all that lemonade I had in this cup? Did you drink it?
No, Coach. You've been the lemonade drinker, the Cookie Monster, on top of all them chips and stuff you ate.
Should we say hello to you guys back in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, Coach, great. I went by my guys at the Chicken Shack on Florida Boulevard in North Acadian. Coach, hello to you guys, and appreciate you for watching us and listening to us.
All right. So on 4th down, NC Central will punt it away, and it will bounce into the end zone for the touchback. 1:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Jackson State trailing 10-7. Speaking of Baton Rouge, my daughter had an unfortunate incident where some idiot broke in her car and stole all of her belongings. She was moving. And I hope whoever did that, I hope you burn in hell. And when you get there, I hope they turn the fire up 7 times harder than it's supposed to be.
Why didn't you call me? Coach Prime is not the only man with influence now. You could have called me in Baton Rouge, and I could have made a couple calls.
Absolutely, Coach.
I told you, anything happened to my niece, call me.
You did, Coach. You did. And it's just so pitiful that you got people. That's their job, to break in folks' stuff. That's how they make a living.
Well, they shouldn't do that because they're going to break in their own car down there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. 1st down and 10, Jackson State. After that change of possession, which is brought to you by Penn Street Investment. Give them a call at 769-300-4949. Shador back to throw. Plenty of time. Throws underneath. The catch is made as he takes it across the 25 to about the 26. A gain of 6 yards on that play.
Kevin Coleman on the hitch route right there, Coach. Just a little short hitch route. Jackson State going with that hurry-up offense.
This may be a false start, but no. Catch is made by Hooks. He takes it across the 30. It is a first down for Jackson State. That's brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Just trying to hurry up and get this offense going. They need tempo. That's when they're at their best. So the offensive coordinator needs to get the call in and out.
Jackson State at its own 31-yard line, trailing 10-7, under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Shador back to throw, two backs in the backfield with him. He's in trouble, and he's going to throw it away.
Looked like they tried to set up a screen, and it didn't work, Coach. And Shador did a smart thing, just throwing it in the ground.
This is the last time we'll see Shador Sanders in the Jackson State uniform as well.
Yeah, we got to go find us another let it rip.
We had a huge signee, a quarterback from, I think it was Hines Community College, home last week, home.
Yeah, home.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be Shador's replacement. Second down and 10. Shador, quick throw. Coleman makes the catch, and Coleman is dropped down short of the 40-yard line. He's rumored to be headed to Colorado, too.
Yeah, I've heard that, Coach, and about 10 others.
All right, Coach, you can go, but the guys must stay.
No question.
Go, son.
No question.
But the guys must stay.
Yeah, no question.
Third down and 3 to go for Jackson State from its own 40-yard line, and that will end the first quarter of play. Exciting first quarter. It was all NC Central for a while. Jackson State did stop the bleeding with a 24-yard touchdown to DJ Stevens. We're back with the second quarter after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU Athletics. For all of your insurance needs, turn to a friend indeed, Porter's Insurance. Located at 1020 University Boulevard, formerly known as Terry Road, offers protection coverage for all of your needs. Porter's has affordable comprehensive coverage for your home, car, life, health, and accident, and commercial business needs. Learn more about Porter's Insurance at portersinsurance.com. Porter's Insurance and JSU, partners in our community.
Hi, this is Attorney Richard. Me and my entire staff are dedicated to helping our Mississippi neighbors get the most money they deserve after a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck. You know the insurance company is not on your side. That's why it's important to get your attorney working with you right away. It's always free to talk to us. So the only thing you got to remember is one call, that's all. Call me, Richard Schwartz, at 601-988-8888, or visit us online at onecall.ms.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Cadillac of Jackson, Capital City Beverage, Muskelly Furniture, Wendy, AARP of Mississippi, N Street Investment, Ceasefire, Porter's Insurance, Entergy, Team Logic IT, Hamlet's Premier Insurance, Watkins Auto Sales, Golden Body Shop, Riverbend Tire Center, Blue Bengal Athletic Association, the Tiger Fund, and Visit Jackson.
Welcome back to the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Let's see if we can check in now with Jamie Horton and our Muskelly sideline report. Jamie?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, it's about time to hear y'all. I'm just happy.
Just don't move, Jamie.
I'm going to stay in one spot. Hey, look, I did get a chance to talk to Niles Gaddy. He is here, and he's here on the sideline. He said that he missed a meeting and was late for one meeting. He was late and he missed one. So Coach Prime suspended him for this game, so he couldn't play.
Oh, wait. Jamie, hold on one second, Jamie. You mean to tell me he missed the meeting this morning and he suspended him?
That was early in the week.
Early in the week, he said he missed the meeting and he was late, and Coach Prime told him that he could not play.
Man, come on. Coach Prime, you are leaving. Let the man play, man.
Hey, Rob, I did ask him, was he planning on coming back to Jackson State next year? And he said right now that he is playing.
Good.
Why would you go with somebody? Yeah, why would you go with somebody who suspended you for being late?
That's what I said.
I mean,
you better not be headed up to Colorado after the man that suspended you on your last game.
He'll be just like you, Rob, when you have to play a while. He may be on the target.
I know you got rules, man, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, he's been playing so well this year, man. Come on now.
But it's showing defensively. Yeah, the next man up, but you're showing defensively that he is missing.
Second quarter brought to you by Dynastics Incorporated, specializing in licensed JSU apparels and creative T-shirt designs and advertising specialty products. Come by Dynastics promotional products at 410 West Pascagoula. Your friends at Dynastics will help you find the right promotional products just for you. Dynastics, where quality speaks for itself, serving you and the world since 1988 when I was just a little bitty baby. First down for.
If you say something enough, people start believing it.
Yeah. Actually, that's third down for Jackson State. Swing pass out to the left side. Not enough for the first down, and JSU will have to punt it away.
Yeah, once again, Coach, I mean, it's 3rd and 6, and we're going side to side. I mean, I only coached a little college football once in a lifetime, but you're 3rd and 6, Coach. Why are we going side to side?
You asked me?
I mean, you coach, man. Anything else? Coach.
Jackson State will punt it away, and it will be touchdown at the 35-yard line. Change of possession brought to you by Penn Street Investment, LLC, bringing confidence to your investment planning. You can log on to Bev at PennStreetInvestments.com, 769-300-4949. Nice crowd here at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, and I know Jamie's got all kind of heebie-jeebie marks on him in this stadium, you know, with them being a fan of the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, I can only imagine, Coach. Jamie just
first down for NC Central at its own 36-yard line. Richards remains in at quarterback for the Eagles. In the shotgun, he'll fake the handoff, and he will keep it. And he takes it across the 40 and is pulled down at about the 44-yard line.
Shiloh Sanders on that. They did a little zone read, Coach, and they came back with some RPO. They thought he was going to throw a little RPO, but the receiver got caught up blocking for him.
2 yards shy of the first down. It is 2nd and 2 for NC Central. At its own 44, they're operating from left to right here in the second quarter. They lead JSU 10-7 in this ball game. Richards again in the shotgun. And he will hand it off to Collier. And Collier picks up the first down and more before he runs out of bounds on the near side at Jackson State's 45-yard line.
Just running that outside zone on Jackson State. Collier just bounced in and he bounced back out. So this is good footwork. I mean, Jackson State was in position, but we got caught too far down inside.
So North Carolina Central, 1st and 10 from the Jackson State 46. We're just underway here in the second quarter. The Eagles lead it 10-7 here in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. North Carolina Central, maroon jerseys, maroon helmets, white pants. Richards again will call his own number, and he gonna get enough of doing this as the licks pile up on him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, this is what they do. They want to run him. They want to run the running back. They like to run the football, then all of a sudden they hit you with a pass.
That run was good enough for 4, maybe 5 yards to the Jackson State 41-yard line. The Eagles back in business. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right again. They're operating from left to right. Richards in the shotgun on first down, actually 2nd down and 5. Play clock down to 1. They snap the football. Richards still with time, throws deep down the field, and it is incomplete. That was nowhere near his receiver.
No, because what they saw was it was cover 0 with no safety help. So they tried to run the running back up, the slot receiver up the seam, but they couldn't get him up the seam there.
3rd down and 5. Jackson State in their white jerseys. Look like the Indianapolis Colts jerseys. I love these white helmets with that big blue J on it, Coach.
Yeah, I like the J.
Like
That's probably the best one.
I think we hadn't seen these all year.
No, we haven't.
Why not?
It's going away present. He's probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles from the Jackson State 41-yard line. Looking to extend the lead. Richards back to throw. Has time. Fires down the field. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver. It was thrown behind him a little bit, but Smith, the intended receiver, he was wide open, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. It just hit him in his hand. Hit him in a bad spot, Coach. His shoulder pass.
Wow, Jackson State got a break with that one.
Yeah, he was wide open, Coach.
Smith couldn't haul it in.
Well thrown ball, Coach. He just dropped it.
Devin Smith, the 5'10 sophomore out of Durham, North Carolina. He just couldn't hang on to the football. And Coach Oliver, he said he cannot let opportunities like that pass him by.
And Shiloh Sanders deep, Coach.
They'll have to punt it away. Shiloh, the drum major, will watch North Carolina Central field it at about the 4-yard line. That change of possession, again, brought to you by Penn Street Investments. Your financial needs and goals are uniquely your own. When investing or working with Penn Street Investments, you'll benefit from a flexible, customizable planning approach and the support of a company dedicated to helping investors thrive and succeed. Give Penn Street Investments a call at 769-300-4949 or log on to bev@PennStreetInvestments.com. We're back after this break. Tigers down 10-7 on the Tigers Sports Network. Jackson State will have it deep in its own end, 1st down and 10 from its own 4-yard line. North Carolina Central has outgained JSU 144 total yards to 72 total yards. Neither team has converted on 3rd down in this game. North Carolina Central is the number 1 team when it comes to denying 3rd down conversions in the country. So Jackson State has his work cut out for them in this game against these Eagles. 1st down 10 for Jackson State. Shador Sanders remains in at quarterback, of course. As Jackson State operates from right to left. Shador in the shotgun, just beneath our booth. And he'll hand it off to Wilkinson. Wilkinson with a nice gain on the play, taking it nearly to the 10-yard line, a pickup of about 5 yards on the play.
Jackson State just lined up in that heavy set and just went downhill on them. Coaches ran a little outside zone play.
They give him 4 yards on that carry. It is 2nd down and 6 for JSU from his own 8-yard line. Shador, quick throw underneath. The catch is made, and that will be enough for a 1st down as Coleman makes the catch and just dropped down at the 15. He needed 6. He got 7.
They just ran a little swing route with Wilkinson out the backfield. Coleman just ran to replace where that linebacker left from.
That 1st down brought to you by Cadillac of Jackson. JSU at its own 15-yard line here in the 2nd quarter. Under 11 minutes to play. Shador with plenty of time. Now throws deep. A man open as Coleman makes the catch at midfield. He's at the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5.
Boom! Boom! Oh, my mic sounds just like working Jamie mic, so.
85 yards catch and run to Shador Sanders to Kevin Coleman. And I ain't letting him go to Colorado, Coach.
Nah, we can't, Coach.
Deion Sanders can forget that. He's staying here.
Yeah, we're going to fight.
Yeah, we'll kidnap his son, too. So both of them staying here, man. 85-yard touchdown pass. That touchdown brought to you by Zaxby. Here's a point after attempt by Mata. It is up, and it is good. That point after brought to you by Ceasefire.
Yeah.
There's only one speed, fanatically fast. Jackson State has taken its first lead of the ball game as the Tigers lead it 14-10 here in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. We're back after this. First and 10. They fake the handoff. Richards back to throw. Has a man open, and it is incomplete. Pass was low and short and incomplete. Travis Hunter was back there trying to pick that off.
Yeah, you have a flag on the play, Coach. And one thing about Travis Hunter, you keep picking on him now. He's gonna bring one back the other way.
Here's the Richard Schwartz. You make the call. And holding penalty on NC Central. When they make a step towards the red zone or the goal line, they do something ridiculous to push them back. I mean, goody for them. But no goody for us. But, yeah, they make a few mistakes that have cost them some big plays in this game. 6:52 to go in the second quarter. Jackson State leading 14-10. All now back at the JSU 45. Richards again with the quarterback draw, and Stillman Craig tried to make the tackle, but Richards stepped right over him and is brought down inside the 30 to the JSU 28.
The problem on that play, Coach, Antonio Dahl, he continues to knife down inside, so it's looking like there's no containment to that side. But if he stopped knifing down and stays outside high shoulder, that play would not work. And he's the defensive end to that side.
They mark it at the 27 of Jackson State. It is second down and 2. Eagles trailing 14-10, looking to recapture the lead. They jumped out to a 10-0 lead before JSU scored 14 unanswered. Richard, again, the quarterback in the shotgun. He has a back to his left shoulder. And Richard again will call his own number, and he picks up another first down inside the 25 to the JSU 24.
Yeah, Aubrey Miller on that tackle. I tell you what, their Central's going to hold true to running that football, and then they're going to try to just dump a little pass, make you fall asleep.
First down for the Eagles from the Jackson State 24-yard line. JSU leading 14-10, but that lead is in jeopardy right now because the Eagles are on the move. Richards, the quarterback, in the shotgun, a man in motion from left to right. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll hand it off again. Collier inside the 20 and is brought down at about the 18.
Now, if you look at that play at the last minute, North Carolina shifted to an unbalanced set. Jackson State tried to run around to that, move around to the unbalanced set, but they ran like a little zone read to that side.
We're coming up on 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. JSU 14, the Eagles of North Carolina Central 10, but the Eagles are driving here on second down and 3 from the Jackson State 17-yard line. Richards has played a tremendous game so far for NC Central. He's back in the shotgun, taking the snap. Has time, throws underneath the screen pass. The catch is made. He comes out of a tackle, and he's brought down inside the 10, down to the 9. Another first down, which will bring up first and goal for NC Central.
Herman Smith, the third on that. Almost got out of there, Coach. You just need to wrap him up a little bit more.
They mark it at the 10-yard line, so it is first and goal from the 10 for NC Central. They operate out of the pistol formation here on first and goal.
I see you there, Coach.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Actually, they need to get in that A gap.
Yeah, they really do, because it's wide open. It's wide open.
Oh, look at this run by NC Central. He powers his way in for the touchdown. Wow, that's Jamari Taylor, and he gives North Carolina Central the lead once again with that 10-yard touchdown run.
Just missed tackles, Coach. Aubrey Miller had him in the backfield. You go over to Mercer had him after Aubrey missed him. It's just a bunch of missed tackles. Good defensive call. It's just missed tackles. The coach can't make the tackles for him now.
Wow. He ran over about 3 or 4 Jackson State defenders.
He did, Coach.
They took it in the end zone for the touchdown. The Eagles take the lead. And the outcome of this point after, which is up, and it is good. North Carolina Central 17, Jackson State 14. We'll take a break and come back. This is the Tiger Sports Network.
You want it. You need it. Here, get it. Miss Kelly's Veterans Day Sale, Thursday.
We want all in attendance to stand to your feet and welcome the famous Sonic Boom of the South. Now that you've heard the sound, let's introduce you to The Wiz.
It says 2 parties in the conference.
Get your binoculars ready. It's the thrill of a billion eyes with a message to North Carolina Central: you can't win. Love those prancing J sets. Hey, Blue Nation and all SWAC fans, we hope you had a safe travels coming to the A. If you're traveling back by car, we want you to ease on down the road. Our historic university has blazed many trails, and now it's a brand new day. We wouldn't dare leave Mercedes-Benz without turning all the way up. Let's see those pom-poms waving. Get those pom-poms in the air, Blue Nation. Turn up, Boom, turn up. Jackson State University, home of successful graduates all over the nation and abroad. When you enter the grounds of 1400 J.R. Lynch Street as a stranger, the campus community becomes home, and you became part of our family. Tiger fans, through all the ups and downs, peaks and valleys, closed and open doors, don't ever forget to believe in yourselves. Jackson Fair, Jackson dear, thee I love, my dear old college home. Thee I love wherever I may roam. Jackson Fair, hail, hail to thee. Yes, hail to thee. Hail to the college of my heart. The Jackson State University, where we challenge minds and change lives. Dr. Roderick Little is the Director of Band. Mr. Kevin Johnson is the Associate Director of Band and Chief Arranger. Mr. Brandon Jenkins is an Assistant Band Director. Dr. Ramon Jackson is an Assistant Band Director. Mr. Calvin Berry is a marching percussion instructor. Ms. Chloe Ashley Crowley is the Director of the Prancing J-Set, and Ms. Courtney Lett is an Administrative Assistant. On behalf of our President, Dr. Thomas Hudson, this has been the voice of the boom, Richard Myers. Thank you, and good evening. Mic check, mic check. Is the MEAC in the building right now? All my Eagles, let me hear you make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your North Carolina Central University Sound Machine. Under the direction of Mr. Jovan Wilson, Director of Band, KJ Hudson, Assistant Director of Band, Octavia Wooten, Auxiliary Coordinator, and Don Henderson, Auxiliary Coordinator. It's time for the show of a lifetime. Now we came all the way from the NC, but we got to show some love with some GA flavor. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Roses by Outkast. Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes in the center of the field as the order drills to precision. Now they say, well, you know what roses smell like. But let's talk about what North Carolina Central sounds like. So all my proud Eagles, let me hear you make some noise in this building right now. And what's coming to the field now makes me want to scream. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best auxiliary squad you will see today. The lovely ladies of Eclipse. They make you say, ooh, baby, baby. Ladies, let's crank it up. It's the style for me. It's the grace for me. And it's something you will only see with your NCCU Eclipse. Now, if you like what you see, I need you to make some noise with me and give a warm round of applause for Eclipse. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know we're in the A. And I got a challenge for you right now. You all know that Usher challenge. So get your high notes ready and sing along with us. This is for you, the number one HBCU. Now, only my people from the Eagle Nest know what it's like to be the best. So all my Eagles, if you're feeling like a superstar right now, let me see you on your feet, and let me hear you make some noise. And to everyone in the audience, this is a musical love letter arranged by Javon Wilson, courtesy of your North Carolina Central University Sound Machine. And now, you know we got to take you to the Eagle Nest. So I need all my hometown folks to get ready and let everybody know who the number one HBCU is. So stand with me now. NCCU. I'm gonna take the break. Yeah, after halftime for the thing. It's our birthday. Oh, it's feeling like our birthday at the Celebration Bowl. Turn it up. No. And we came all the way from NC, but we got to give a shout out to our favorite Migo. So RIP Takeoff, we came to regulate. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get to the conclusion of our show, we just want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, I need you on your feet right now. If you're proud to be an Eagle, if you know what it's like to come from that Fayetteville street, I need you on your feet right now and making some noise for your North Carolina Central University Sound Machine. And can I get
champions for life didn't just happen overnight. Since 1920, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, SWAC, has been in the forefront in leadership and excellence in all our athletic programs. There are very few major sports halls of fame that a SWAC athlete is not a member. Hall of Fame coaches who were stewards and mentors to these elite athletes. Our tradition, our distinction, our legacy. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library. We grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
As part of Coca-Cola's commitment to historically black colleges and universities, the Coca-Cola Company will make a donation to the marching bands from Jackson State University and North Carolina Central University. Representing Coca-Cola North America is Michael Braxton, Senior Manager Multicultural Marketing, HBCUs, and Rebecca Garner, Director of Multicultural Marketing and Community Affairs for Coca-Cola United.
Looking for a new job? Your local McDonald's restaurants are hiring now with career development opportunities, competitive wages, paid time off, flexible schedules, and perks such as employee meal program, tuition assistance, and a free college degree program. Start building your future today at careers.mcdonalds.com. That's careers.mcdonalds.com.
For players, coaches, fans, and communities across the country, this is what they strive for. A chance to play in college football postseason, creating memories that last a lifetime. In our time of year, bowl season, a celebration of college football.
I can help with the script.
Man, put the cookies down, man. Put the cookies down.
I'm sorry, Coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, now you all see who really eats all the food. But it took 12, 13 weeks for y'all to see this.
Brown caught me off guard.
And he's still scooping the ice cream.
That ice cream is good, man. I ain't kidding. That ice cream is good out there. All right, Jackson State will get the ball first to open the third quarter. The Tigers lead this game 21-17. I'm cold up here, Coach.
I bet you are.
Back deep for the Tigers is Kevin Coleman Jr. It is a short kick fielded at the 7. He's up to the 10, angles to his left, now to right, and he is brought down finally after taking it across the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the half, Jackson State with 249 yards of total offense, NC Central with 236 yards of total offense. They've outgained JSU 124 yards rushing to only 71. Jackson State has turned the ball over one time on a fumble. NC Central has not turned the ball over in this ball game. Jackson State 0 for 2 on third down conversion. NC Central 2 of 6. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Nice run by Wilkinson as he takes it across the 30 to about the 36 for a pickup of about 7 yards.
Just inside zone on that, Coach. And you're talking about stats. Kevin Coleman, real quick, 5 catches for 120 and a touchdown.
Quick throw to Shane Hook. He picks up the first down as he takes it across the 40, and it's brought down by a host of NC Central defenders to the 45-yard line. That first down brought to you by Cadillac of Jackson. Jackson State on the move here in the third quarter.
Jackson State going with this hurry-up offense. Shane Hooks came on a quick delay route underneath.
ASU will run it this time. Not much there at all on that play.
Tried to come with a quick power play, but North Carolina Central Johnson came down and squeezed on that play.
Jackson State at the 45-yard line, operating from left to right. Shador Sanders remains in at quarterback on 2nd down and 10. Tigers 21, Eagles 17. Shador in big trouble, and he is brought down, but a flag is down in the backfield.
Yeah, they tried, maybe a holding call, but they tried to swing the back out the back, the same play they've been running the first half. Coach, they tried to run it again, but Central just bagged up in a zone to no avail. Nothing was there. Went cover 2 zone, I'm sorry.
Here's a Richard Schwartz. You make the call. Number 79, offense. Wow.
Yeah.
That penalty decline. Result of the play, 3rd down. Bad penalty on Jackson State. 79. That was Devin Hayes.
Well, I mean, that's what you call in the football world, Coach, just getting a little nasty with it. Sound like I'm calling this play from the bathroom with an echo, huh?
3rd down and 11 for Jackson State. Tigers have not converted on 3rd down in this game. Shador in trouble, and he'll throw it away. This team is excellent on 3rd down conversion when it comes to stopping the opponent, and they've done it again.
4th down.
Well, I tell you, Coach, he had time early on in that play, Coach, but they took the receivers just a little too long to get open.
All right, Jackson State will punt it away. That drive stalls after 6 plays. Back deep for the Eagles is Brandon Codrington, 5'9" junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. One thing about this team, Coach, they don't have double numbers like everybody else. There's a high kick. Fair catch signal for, and NC Central will take over at their own 14-yard line. North Carolina Central, the Eagles out of the MEAC. They won the MEAC with a 9-2 overall record. Last year, South Carolina State won the MEAC, but they fell on hard times this year. South Carolina State actually beat this team this year, and that's one thing that stayed in their craw that they didn't like, losing to South Carolina State. Team they said they should have beat.
Well, I tell you, this team has been very physical. One thing about it, I don't think no one has hit us this year like this team has hit us.
1st down and 10 for the Eagles from their own 13. Richards remains in at quarterback in trouble. Hit as he throws. The catch is made by Collier, and Collier takes it across the 25 and is brought down on the near side at about the 28-yard line. That's a 1st down for the Eagles.
I'll tell you what, Coach, Barron Hobson, on that particular play, they just ran a screen again. They're trying to slow that Jackson State rush down.
Jackson State, the defensive coordinator, is Dennis Thurman, and he's leaving to go to Colorado as well.
Really?
Yeah. You just look down the roster and just take your pick. All of them going. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 27. Quarterback will run it again, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 3 yards at the 30-yard line. You all right, Coach?
Man, I'll tell you, I got to you messing with me.
I'm just asking if you all right. I know you whooped down some hot dogs and some finger sandwiches.
You are messy. If anybody that takes things to Rob J, he is the most messiest person.
2nd down and 8. I just look down the rosters as the coaching roster. You just throw down, point your finger. There you go.
From player to coach.
Player to coach. You just point your finger. All right, here's Richardson. Trouble, and he breaks out of a sack, and he'll throw it away. He got rid of it, but he was in big trouble. A good job of getting rid of the football because they were on him.
You had I keep wanting to say Gaddy's name, but Justin Reagan flushed him out of the pocket. And a slew of other Jackson State defenders.
Brett Bartolone, he's going after this one. Dennis Thurman is gone. Gary Harrell is gone. Andre Hart is gone. You just slow down and point at you'll be right. Third down and long for NC Central. JSU fans urging on the defense. Tigers lead it 21-17. Richards back to throw, steps up, fires across the middle. The catch is made, but he's going to be about 3 yards short of the first down.
I tell you what, Coach, they had Travis Hunter one-on-one with one of their top receivers, and he just refused to take a shot. E.J. Hicks.
That drive stalls after 4 plays. It will bring on the punting unit for NC Central.
But then, Coach, leave us those shades you have on. Can you get them for me? Sure, you'll talk with him, you know.
How messy is that? They'll fake it, and they will pick up the first down and much, much more. They may even pick up a touchdown. He's at the 40 of Jackson State, 30, 20, and he is brought down at the 20. A great play by North Carolina Central. Caught Jackson State completely off guard.
And I tell you what, that's what Trey Oliver is good at. Coach Oliver, he was the special teams coordinator when we were together.
Wow. Finally brought down from behind by Dalen Dunn. And NC Central will have it at the Jackson State. They mark it at the 24 of JSU.
Wow.
That was a great time to pull that, and it worked.
Well, when your back is against the wall, you need to pull out all stops, Coach.
They will run it with Collier. He takes it up the middle. Inside the 20 he goes, down to the Jackson State 17.
Aubrey Miller on that tackle, along with Jeremiah Brown.
They're pulling out all the stops in this one.
In a big game like this, Coach, you have no reason to hold nothing back.
7th play of this drive for NC Central. From the Jackson State 18-yard line. Richards in the shotgun. Eagles trailing 21-17. Looking to put some points on the board. Richards going to call his own number again, and Aubrey Miller and a few other Tigers making that tackle. No gain on that play.
Yeah, they shifted that line of scrimmage over again, and Jackson State did adjust that time.
8th play of the drive, which included a fake punt. It is 3rd down and 4 for NC Central. Eagles operating from right to left. They have it at Jackson State's 18-yard line. Richards in the shotgun, a man in motion from left to right. Richards back to throw. And he is calling his own number, taking it inside the 15. He may have picked up the first down. He's right at the marker. I think he picked it up, Coach.
It's going to be short. They're holding up 4 down, Coach. But they may go for it down here, Coach.
It'll be 4th and 1 or 4th and inches.
Coach is going for it. Oliver is going for it.
Wow.
This is a huge stop for our defense. This is a big play for our defense right here, Coach.
4th and inches. Jackson State, the number 1 defense in the SWAC. Let's see if they can hold these Eagles on 4th and inches. Richards calls his own number. They're going to try to push him, and he may have picked up the first down.
He got it, Coach.
You know, I was talking with official Mr. Cooper. He said he was working on these players not being able to push a guy for additional yardage.
Well, he's going to be working a long time, Coach, but they can do it in the NFL. Won't be in his lifetime that it changes.
I kind of like that. I don't like the guys pushing each other like that for to get a first down or additional yards. All right, 1st down and 10 for NC Central from the Jackson State 14-yard line. Richards again in the shotgun formation. You got Collier standing to his right. He'll hand it off to Collier. Collier up the middle, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 1 yard on that play.
Jeremiah Davis on that tackle. I tell you what, they just hit that zone real quick down in there.
They can pick up the first down at the 4-yard line, Coach. 7 minutes to go here in the third. JSU 21, NC Central 17, but the Eagles on the move from the Jackson State 11-yard line. Richards, the quarterback. 2nd and 7. Takes the snap. Richards, he'll call his own number, and he is brought down. He got rid of it before he hit the ground. The ball came loose. Is it JSU football?
No, it's dead, Coach.
Of course, it looked like it did come free.
It came free, but the official act like he's scared to make the call.
It looked like it was stripped. If Jamie can join us, it looked like it was stripped.
It was stripped, guys, but I think they're ruling it that the ball went out of bounds.
And it did. You look at it right here, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, it was, okay. Well, it hit the official.
The official, yeah.
He in the way. So it hit the official and went back inbound. So it was stripped. Good job, Jamie. 3rd down and 8 to go for the Eagles from the Jackson State 12-yard line. Eagles trailing 21-17. Richards in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. Throws in the end zone. The catch is made for the touchdown.
That was a heck of a throw. But I tell you what, we got to get lined up defensively because we didn't never get lined up.
Quentin McCall reached up, snatched that ball out of the air for the touchdown, and NC Central jumps back out in front, 23-21, pending the outcome of the point after. He caught that over Shiloh.
Yeah. Well, it looked like they were in some type of cover 2 look down here, Coach, and Shiloh was the safety that was supposed to help the corner over the top. They're going to review it, but it's touchdown.
What they reviewing what?
I don't know what they're reviewing, Coach. Because Shiloh didn't get there.
Man, NC Central trying to send Dion to Colorado with their shoe. Okay, they're looking at his knee.
So look at it, he's in, Coach.
He's in, Coach. That was a heck of a catch.
But it's not even his knee. Look at his toe, Coach.
Okay. Toe is already down, Coach.
He's in, Coach. Look at that. The foot already is.
Wow. The only team to win in the Celebration Bowl from the SWAC has been Grambling, and they beat this team.
Yep.
Were you the coach at North Carolina Central then?
No, he's in. Look at his foot right there on the jumbo, Coach.
We don't have to keep bringing it up.
Yeah. I don't even know what they wasting our time with this for. Shiloh should have been over on the cover 2 look. He got there late.
Wow. The Eagles take a 23-21 lead, pending the outcome of this point after. This is all set up on that fake punt.
The receiver caught the ball, had a knee down, results in touchdown.
I mean, me and you saw that. We called that from up here.
It took them so long. It took so long.
They ought to pay us.
The Cricket Celebration Bowl in full swing, and NC Central has taken a 23-21 lead over Jackson State, pending the outcome of this point after. That was a heck of a catch.
It was.
By Quentin McCall, 6'4", sophomore receiver from Charlotte, North Kakalaki.
How do you have so many guys next door doing what we're doing? There's about 30 guys in there.
Well, see, you got a guy in there that's a spotter. You got a guy telling them how many yards they got. And here's just you and I and Brian.
Yeah, but we doing everything that they doing.
Exactly.
It's just us.
They probably get paid more than we get paid.
Yeah, because they are. Trust me. They are.
One after is good. North Carolina Central
probably
has taken.
Probably getting paid more than us, bro.
They're taking a 23-21 lead. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Over to the 50, right?
Jackson State trailing 17-14 in this ball game. But Shador has added running to his game this season. He's improved every year since he's been at Jackson State.
He has, Coach.
Jackson State, second and goal from the 7. Shador in trouble. He has room to run. Shador inside the 5 and takes it in for the touchdown.
I tell you what, on that one, Coach, I'm sorry, I was trying to watch to make sure we didn't have any skirmishes down there, but they were in man coverage, and he just saw where he had an opportunity to run. Nobody was there for the quarterback. He just pulled it down and ran.
Jackson State recaptures the lead after that touchdown brought to you by Zaxby's. It's the Tigers 20, NC Central 17, pending the outcome of this Mata point after. And that kick is good. And Mata is another player who is supposed to be headed to Colorado. I'm going to stop Mata right at the gate, and I'm going to say, get back to Jackson State, man. No, they're not, Coach. We were talking to the play-by-play man for North Carolina Central before the game, and he said, and we like to run the football.
I knew you was going to do that.
All right. Here's the kickoff.
Do it.
Coleman.
Looks like you have a holding on Jackson State.
Oh, wow. And that flag was thrown back at about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he was probably waiting on his other part of the call. I hope that's not the case.
Love these helmets by Jackson State, though.
Yeah, you got to get us one.
White helmets with the blue J on one side, number on the other side. Here's the call.
During the return, holding, return team, number 82. 10-yard holding was called a foul. First down. Media.
There's as a Packers wide receiver was called for holding on that play. Did the layoff hurt Jackson State, you think so?
Well,
if so, North Carolina Central, they were out 3 weeks waiting on.
Yeah, but they practice, Coach. And I don't know what our timetable of practicing was, but they did practice. Central did.
Yeah.
And I noticed because I did speak with Coach Oliver.
I heard when you say.
I know Brown has my mic so low. You know, can I get my mic turned up, Brown, please? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not me back home. I think Brown is going with Coach Prime, and he's trying to ambush our set today. Can you please turn my mic up? I support your decision. You know, Sam Brown, if that's what you choose to do, hey, we support you, but
yeah,
turn my mic up.
Now, with Coach Bartoloni going to Colorado, Dennis Thurman going to Colorado, Gary Harrell going to Colorado, Andre Hart going to Colorado. Are you going to Colorado?
Coach, he might need somebody to carry his water. How much you paying? How much is he paying, Coach?
Wow. Look at some of the players that, Coach, he already admitted he's taken Shador and Shiloh with him. He hadn't said much on the other players, but...
And Hunter.
Oh, yeah, and Hunter.
And
That's
Hunter.
right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Hunter, Shador, Shiloh. So I'm led to believe by some of my sources. Now, I asked DJ Stevens. DJ said he ain't going.
But some of my sources did tell me that Kevin Coleman is going.
Wow. He also told me that Mata was going.
Yeah, my source told me that as well. Maybe Jamie has some more sources.
I'm hearing the same sources as you guys. Mata, Kevin Coleman. I had even heard Daddy before today, so I don't know how true, turn out now.
Daddy can be a fool and go with him if he wants to.
Well,
my
source also did say Solomon Craig.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because he came from Coach Prime's school, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So he's going.
All right,
I
Jackson
tell you.
State deep in its own end right now. It's 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line. The Tigers trail 23-21 here in the third quarter. Shador Sanders remains in at quarterback, of course. He's in the shotgun. Has a white sleeve on his left arm. Wearing number 2. Throws a screen pass. The catch is made by Rico Powers. He takes it across the 15 to about the 17.
Just ran that little hitch route they've been running all night.
I think Rico may stay, Coach. It's 2nd down and 1 after that 9-yard pickup. They'll hand it to Wilkerson. Wilkerson trying to go up the middle to pick up the first down. He is met by a slew of defenders in maroon. I don't know if he picked up the first down or not.
I don't think he did, Coach.
No, he did not. No gain on the play. It was 3rd and 1 for Jackson State. They give it back to Wilkerson, and he is stopped again. Stopped for no gain. He even lost a yard.
Yes, sir, he did. So they didn't get a push on that one, Coach.
Here comes the punting unit now for Jackson State as they went 3 and out very quickly. Sam Johnson on the punt it away.
Just didn't get a push on that one, Coach.
Now, will Jackson State fake the punt?
Negative.
4th and 1, Coach.
He's going to punt it, Coach.
They won't fake it.
They have everybody at the line of scrimmage, Coach.
Brandon Codrington back to receive this kick. And it is a good kick. Codrington muffs it, but he picks it up at the 30. Angles to his left, and he is smothered at the 35-yard line. Good special teams play by the Tigers.
It was, Coach. I mean, when you come down like that and you got guys running down the field, Jarente Davis on that play.
All right, 4:07 to go here in the third. The Tigers trail the Eagles 23-21. We're back after this break on the Tigers Sports Network.
There's big changes coming your way. You can't wait to meet him, and he can't wait to meet you. Our women's wellness homes are here to empower you, to give your baby the best possible start to life, before, during, and after. The result, less worrying and more living. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Hear that? That's C-Spire Country on a Saturday. And while fans show up for their team, C-Spire Business is here to help the stadium's team up their IT game. While the players run ironclad defense, our world-class IT experts do the same with state-of-the-art network security. While the running backs redefine fast, we do too with warp speed connectivity. Discover IT solutions to scale up your business and future-proof operations.
Welcome to C-Spire Country, where champions reign. Visit cspire.com/business.
Entergy works for the moments you live for. The joy. The heart.
Here's your boy.
The wonder.
And if we do this, our robot should.
At Entergy, we're dedicated to powering each moment, today and for future generations. We're leading the way with a cleaner, more reliable grid to power every day. Because these moments matter.
Your graduating class.
We power life. Entergy.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffles, UMMC, Sims Chiropractic Services, Dynastics Promotional Products, American Airlines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Zaxby's, Pizza Hut, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Richard Swartz.
Back at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Jackson State trailing North Carolina Central 23-21. The third quarter brought to you by Dynastic, specializing in licensed JSU apparel and creative T-shirt designs and advertising specialty products. Come by Dynastic promotional products at 410 West Pascagoula Street. Your friends at Dynastic will help you find the right promotional product just for you. Come see Dynastic for quality speaks for itself. You can also call 601-353-1956. serving you in the world since 1988. And in 1988, I was a little bitty baby.
and he worked
down for NC Central from its own 35-yard line, operated from right to left. Richards back to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is caught. Caught at the JSU 30-yard line. What a catch by E.J. Hicks. And they are putting it on Jackson State in Deion Sanders' last game as a JSU Tiger.
Isaiah Bowden on a hook and go, coach. All that was, they ran a guy underneath, and that was the slot receiver ran the out and up on Isaiah Bowden.
Jackson State cannot get behind by 2 scores here, Coach. Trailing 23-21 with under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Richards in the shotgun from the Jackson State 30-yard line. They will run it, and look at this, a big hole by the running back as he takes it inside the Jackson State 10, still on his feet and brought down at the Tigers' 7-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Coach Shiloh Sanders has a tattoo just got implanted in his chest right here. Boom, right there, Coach.
That's Jamari Taylor. He's already scored on a touchdown run. He's a big, powerful back, and he wears the same number as Savion Wilkerson, Coach.
Yeah.
And he runs like Savion. All right, first down and goal for North Carolina Central from the Jackson State 8-yard line. They give it to Jamari again, and this time he powers inside the 5 down to the 4.
On that particular play right there, Coach, you got Durante Davis again on the tackle.
The SWAC has only won 1 time in this Celebration Bowl against the MEAC. And the only team from the SWAC to do that has been Grambling. Jackson State trying to get the SWAC a championship, but the Tigers in trouble right now with 2:19 to go here in the third. Richards in the shotgun on 2nd and goal, and a flag is down. Here's the Richards court. You make the call. It could be false start on the Eagles.
Yeah, they wanted a flag, but no need.
False start. Offense. Number 71. 5-yard penalty. Remains second down.
He has a good voice, Coach.
Yeah.
First down. That's holding. He has a really good voice. It's false start on the other. I thought it was Brown doing his voice.
You know how Brown is. This is brought to you by C-Spire.
But, Brown, who works for the JPD. Brown is, we had a burglary last night.
Did you find the suspect? No, not yet. But we will, I promise you.
2nd down and goal from the 9-yard line. Richards takes a snap, and he is dropped. Dropped for no gain. Going to bring up 3rd down.
Central has a man down.
Offensive injury. He hops back up. He waves off the training staff.
Yeah, like he took one below the belt too, Coach.
Yeah.
A lot of below the belts being thrown out there today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you what, though, Coach, it's a lot, and for those that are not here, it is a lot of licks being thrown between both teams. It's a very physical ball game, and you're missing a good ball game if you're not here.
Wow. I like to see this team play in the SWAC, Coach. 3rd down and goal from the JSU 7. Richards, the quarterback. You got Collier standing to his left shoulder. Richards takes the snap. And he's going to run it, and he is stopped short of the goal line at about the 3-yard line, bringing up 4th down and goal.
I tell you what, he had the right idea, Coach, but when he pulled that thing down, he should have just ran.
Yeah, he was kind of slow.
Yeah, he was hesitating.
All right, Jamie, they'll try a field goal here to extend the lead.
Yeah, and if I was Jackson State, I'd watch out for this fake.
This will be a 21-yard attempt from the left hash mark from Adrian Oliva. There's a snap. It's a high snap. Ball placed down. The kick is up, and it is good. North Carolina Central extends. What is that? Extends to a 26-21 lead. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
JSU welcomes Porter's Insurance as a proud sponsor of JSU Athletics. For all of your insurance needs, turn to a friend indeed, Porter's Insurance. Located at 1020 University Boulevard, formerly known as Perry Road, offers protection coverage for all of your needs. Porter's has affordable comprehensive coverage for your home, car, life, health, and accident, and commercial business needs. Learn more about Porter's Insurance at portersinsurance.com. Porter's Insurance and JSU, partners in our community.
Hi, this is Attorney Richard. Me and my entire staff are dedicated to helping our Mississippi neighbors get the most money they deserve after a car, truck, or motorcycle wreck. You know the insurance company is not on your side. That's why it's important to get your attorney working for you right away. It's always free to talk to us. So the only thing you got to remember is one call, that's all. Call me, Richard Schwartz, at 601-988-8888.
After that kick, nice return by Coleman Jr. up to the 45-yard line. Great return by Kevin Coleman Jr., who is one of the players that could be headed to Colorado with Coach Prime after this ball game. But I will be standing at the airport. I'm going to be standing at the plane door. And you ain't going nowhere, boy.
I tell you what, Coach, North Carolina Central's kicking that ball and cutting that field in half on them.
But you know what, Coach? Good job by the Jackson State defense to limit them to only 3 points. So Jackson State still a one-possession game with a chance to take the lead on this drive. 16 seconds left here in the third. Shedeur back to throw. Time throws deep down the field looking for Rico Powers. Yeah, that was right there at him. Rico just couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, Rico stopped running it first, and then once the ball was in the air, then he decided he wanted to pick up speed and run. Just run, man. That's all you have to do, run.
Tell you what, man, Shedeur Sanders is an accurate
Yeah,
quarterback.
all he has to do is run, Coach.
Wow.
Get him out of there.
9 seconds to go here in the third. Tigers down 26-21. Jackson State from its own 45. Shedeur in the shotgun. Shedeur with time. Oh, man, wide open underneath. The catch is made, but he picks up about 4 yards. How did he pick up just 4? Was that Santee?
And that's Santee because they tried to cut back inside, Coach. They tried to cut back inside. Just keep running outside and trust the speed.
That will end the third quarter play. North Carolina Central leading 26-21 as they hold up 4 fingers to represent the fourth quarter. We're back after this on the Tiger Sports Network.
Hey, this is Don Duncan here at Riverbend Tire Center. It's fall. That means football, road trips, and good times. Don't let it flat run your day. Hop on in if you need a new tire or a tire repair. If your budget's a little tight, we have a large selection of high-tread takeoff tires at a fraction of the price of new. The Riverbend Rabbit has a tire for every budget and every vehicle. Remember, we offer 90 days same as cash and no credit check finance. 2 locations in Jackson and 1 in Florida. Rabbit is good, Rabbit is wise.
Did you know that over 90% of small businesses that lose their computer data due to a disaster will close within a year? Protect your computers with TeamLogic IT. TeamLogic IT will proactively monitor your systems 24/7, back up your data, protect against viruses, and respond immediately when there's a problem. Keep your small business in business. Call Harold Loving at 601-878-1900 or visit us online at teamlogicit.com/JacksonMS.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose life. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
Waiting U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hour.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffles, UMMC, Sims Chiropractic Services, Dynastics Promotional Products, American Airlines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Zaxby, Pizza Hut, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Richard Swartz.
And welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta for the Cricket Celebration Bowl. We start the fourth quarter of play. Fourth quarter brought to you by Dynastics Incorporated, specializing in licensed JSU apparel and creative T-shirt design and advertising specialty products. Come by Dynastics Promotional Products at 410 West Pascagoula Street. Your friends at Dynastics will help you find the right promotional product just for you. Come see Dynastics, where quality speaks for itself, serving you in the world since 1988. And in 1988, I was just a little bitty baby.
With an S curl. You had a little bitty S curl. Not a Jerry curl, but an S curl. As a little bitty baby, Jamie, you had an S curl. That big shag in the back.
So, Jamie, what's the mood down on the field?
Right now, guys, I'm going to tell you, the mood is somber. I really think it's like the Tigers are just waiting for something to happen. Just like in Alcorn, they're just waiting for this offense to pick up.
I tell you what, North Carolina Central is trying to send Dion to Colorado with their shoes.
with one or two.
All right. We start the fourth quarter. Shedeur Sanders remains in at quarterback on 3rd down and 7. JSU has not converted on 3rd down in this game. This is the best team to prevent 3rd down conversions this year. Shedeur back to throw. In trouble, hit as he throws, and the catch is made. It's low. NC Central is saying that he trapped it.
Hurry up and get a play call.
The officials say it is a first down.
Hurry up and get a play call.
And Jackson State will run with the football. J.D. Martin takes it inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. A great job by the offensive coordinator, Brett Bartolone.
Now that may be a game changer with Martin, J.D. Martin, coach. He gets very fluent in his hips.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. At the Eagles' 28-yard line. Jackson State down 26-21. Shedeur rolls to his right. Has time. He's going to run and slide down at the 14. Now, he was hit as he slid down, and I think the official threw his cap to signify that there is a penalty because a penalty flag is already down at the 32-yard line. So Shedeur was hit as he was sliding down, Coach.
Yeah, he was, Coach, and I think this is where the Tom Brady rule needs to come into play.
The what rule?
Tom Brady rule.
Who's cheating out there? Somebody out there cheating? Here's the Richard Swartz who makes the call. He saw what happened as Shedeur was sliding. He was hit by 2 defenders. The same thing that happened in the first half. So let's check in with Jamie in the Miss Kelly sideline report. Jamie, what do you see?
I actually saw where I think Shedeur, this would be called on Shedeur. But I'm trying to figure out what the other flag was for. And they're discussing it right now, so I'm not sure.
Well, what do you mean it's going to be called on Shedeur? What did he do?
I mean, when they hit him with the personal foul.
Yeah, hit on Shedeur.
Here we go.
That 10-yard penalty will be assessed from the previous spot. After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the enforcement spot, automatic first down.
So what he did was the official that was standing there should have thrown that flag. Well, the ref didn't have another flag. Like you said, he threw his hat on that late hit. So he actually threw 2 flags on one play.
Well, yeah. It was 54. It was a soft kind of hit.
Well,
he was trying to hold
hey,
up.
Coach, we got to protect the investment, Coach. Hey.
Okay. First down and 10 for Jackson State now from the Eagles' 23-yard line, rather. Shador in the shotgun, back to throw, looking, fires across the middle. The catch is made. That's Shane Hook for a short gain on the play. We hadn't seen DJ Stevens after that touchdown, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know why, Coach. I mean, he's only been the guy to come in on tough downs and be your savior.
Gain of 2 yards on that play, bringing up second down and 8 from the Eagles' 21-yard line. Shador again in the shotgun. The officials stepping in front of him to slow down play. 13:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second and 8 for Jackson State. Tigers trailing 26-21, but they're just about near the American Airlines red zone. Shador looking, throws in the end zone. Oh, incomplete.
Pass goes incomplete.
Powers, did he drop it, Coach?
No, it was way behind. And Powers was going one way, and Sanders tried to throw back across. He tried to set his feet, but he just couldn't get it set.
Third down and 8 to go.
Powers has to learn to choke. If you're open, stay open. Stop moving. Just stop right there. He kept trying to run across the field.
Jackson State 1 of 5 on third down conversions. I think Travis Hunter was wide open in the end zone. Shador just didn't see him. All right, here we go. Third down and 8. Jackson State from the Eagles, 23. Shador with time. Now the pocket collapses. He tries to buy time, and he's going to throw it away. When he throws it to DJ Stevens, who makes the catch for the first down. A flag
on the play.
It could be face mask, Coach.
Probably was face mask, but Coach, I'm just a high school football coach. I mean, this man has saved you time after time again. I mean, I'm just a high school coach. I don't know anything.
Then you're a good high school football coach.
I don't know nothing.
Were you a good high school football coach because you won the championship?
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 45. That's all the stats have to distance to the goal from the end of the run.
That face
automatic.
That's why I call you coach. And they hate that.
Coach. That's right, Coach. But you're a good high school football coach. You won the championship with the Southern Lab Kittens.
Meow. First and goal. All the way down to the Honda Power Zone.
There you go. First and goal. Jackson State from the Eagles' 5-yard line. Shador hands it off to Wilkerson. Maybe a yard pickup on that play. Jackson State inside the American Airlines.
Hand off to 36, Savion Wilkerson. Number 54.
Ran the inside zone on that play, Coach. Just trying to push those guys around.
This is the 10th play of this drive that started back at Jackson State's 45-yard line. Tigers at the Eagles' 3. Second and goal from the 3. JSU trailing 26-21. A chance to recapture the lead against the MEAC champion. Shador. He has an open lane. Run, man! Oh, he's in trouble, and he is back at the 18.
Coach, you're absolutely right. He should have stepped up in the pocket and ran the football, but when you look at it, it's a coverage sack. Nobody's open. The receivers stopped running their routes right there. The offensive line, they had a pretty decent pocket, Coach. It was just man-on-man blocking on that one. And one thing about this North Carolina Central team, like we said, they will not quit. We have to continue to fight and fight. This is a 4-down situation for us right here.
14-yard loss by Jackson State on that sack. JSU now third and goal from its own 17. And Coach Prime is calling a timeout. 11:33 left here in the fourth quarter. The Eagles sidelines are celebrating. They are cheering. We have a timeout on the field. Jackson State trailing 26-21. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
Hey, this is Don Duncan here at Riverbend Tire Center. It's fall. That means football, road trips, and good times. Don't let it flat run your day. I'll phone in if you need a new tire or a tire repair. If your budget's a little tight, we have a large selection of high-tread takeoff tires at a fraction of the price of new. The Riverbend Rabbit has a tire for every budget and every vehicle. Remember, we offer 90 days same as cash and no credit check finance. 2 locations in Jackson and 1 in Flowood. Rabbit is good, Rabbit is wise.
Did you know that over 90% of small businesses that lose their computer data due to a disaster will close within a year? Protect your computers with TeamLogic IT. TeamLogic IT will proactively monitor your systems 24/7, back up your data, protect against viruses, and respond immediately when there's a problem. Keep your small business in business. Call Harold Loving at 601-878-1900 or visit us online at teamlogicit.com/JacksonMS.
Wendy's new French toast sticks are so delicious, some are saying that they're better than their mom's breakfast.
Excuse me. Did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than my breakfast?
Mom, is that you?
Answer the question.
I said some people are saying that because they're so crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside and perfect in every way.
Uh-huh. And what do you think?
I think it's time to tell people to choose life. Choose Wendy's new sweet and crispy home-style French toast sticks.
That's still not an answer.
Rating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffles, UMMC, Sims Chiropractic Services, Dynastics Promotional Products, American Airlines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Zaxby, Pizza Hut, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Richard Swartz.
Welcome back to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Jackson State basketball. I'm thinking of basketball. Hey, by the way, Jackson State basketball, I want to say congratulations to Coach Mo Williams and Coach Tamika Reed. Basketball season is underway. The JSU men took a hard loss to Mississippi State the other night, lost by 10, but led for much of that game. But support JSU basketball this season. We're going to have a good team on both the men and the women. But this Jackson State football is brought to you in part by Classy Creations, your one-stop shop for all your beautiful official custom JSU jewelry and accessories. They can design and make your jewelry and accessories to give you that personal look you want. Give them a call at 601-622-3278 or visit the website at myclassycreations.com. 3rd and goal for Jackson State from its own 17-yard line. They headed at the 3, but Shador was sacked back at the 17. Shador taking the snap. Looking, throws, a man open in the end zone, touchdown. That's Travis Hunter with a touchdown catch. I can miss him, Coach.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, that was a big play, Coach. He just ran a deep post route.
Wow, Jamie. I didn't let him go easy.
Well, I tell you what.
Guys. Coach Prime was livid during that timeout. He was all in the huddle. He was really against the Shador in that offensive line. And I think they listened on that play right there.
I don't know what Hunter's doing right there, the jig, the wig, or something in the end zone, Jamie.
It's different.
Oh, okay.
Ooh-la.
So they went for 2.
That didn't work. That didn't work at all. Now JSU's lead is only 27-26. All right, the Tigers do recapture the lead. They went for 2, but it didn't wait. All right, we're back after this timeout on the Tigers Sports Network.
You want it. You need it. Here's how you get it. Miss Kelly's Veterans Day Sale. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. Save up to $500 plus 60 months financing. You want it, you need it. Get it now from our huge selection of in-stock inventory. Big discounts, no down payment, and no waiting. 4 days only at all Miss Kelly's locations.
Get in the game with Zaxby's all-new loyalty program, Zax Rewards. Eat, earn, rack up the points. The more you do, the more rewards to choose from. Sign up for Zach's Rewards and score a free Big Zack snack meal. Zack Fees. Download the app and get your game on. Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you with Inflation Buster. That's more road trips, more front row seats, plus a free job within 3 years of the home purchase. You get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Call 833-7-ROCKET today or visit inflationbuster.com to start saving.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffles, UMMC, Sim Chiropractic Services, Gymnastics Promotional Products, American Airlines, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Baxter, Pizza Hut, Moe's Southwest Grill, and Richard Ford.
Back at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an exciting celebration bowl. Jackson State has recaptured the lead at 27-26. I don't think JSU has been in any game as close as this one this year, Coach.
They have not, Coach. I mean, this is an exciting football game.
Why is this game so close, Coach?
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach. Both teams want to win this championship. And throughout all the distractions that Jackson State has had, and when I tell you this, these teams that came to play, you know, they're playing, Coach.
They will pick away. Codrington feels it at the 3. He's up to the 5, 10, 15. Ooh, and he is brought down after taking it across the 25 to the 26-yard line. A 20-yard return for North Carolina. Check back in now with
First and 10 from 27.
Sideline.
Yeah, guys. Coach Prime, he really wants a turnover on this drive. He says he wants to get a turnover, so let the defense start the ball.
Coach Prime coaching in his last game here at Jackson State. He's going to move on to coach the Colorado Buffaloes out of the Pac-12, and we wish him the best. But we wish him not to take all these players with him. He's going to do that, man. That's enough is enough. All right, Richards remains in at quarterback on 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And he'll hand it off, and they'll take it across the 25, but we have a flag down in the backfield. This could be holding against the maroon and white.
But I tell you, Coach, the key to that play was Javante Davis stayed outside that time. He almost got caught inside, but he fought to get back outside.
Holding.
That's how the holding came.
Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay first down.
So it's Selly Simpkins, the third, 6'5", 310-pound sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yeah, he got a hold. Did you see that replay?
Yeah, it did.
A handful of jerseys.
It is 1st and 20 for the Eagles from their own 17-yard line. They're operating from left to right. Maroon jerseys, maroon helmets, solid white pants. Quarterback Richards is going to take it again as he takes it across. Ooh, he is flipped at the 21-yard line. He may have picked up 3 yards on the play. This is a tough quarterback, man.
Yeah, he is. Jalen Hughes came up and made a big play right there.
Is he getting the transfer portal and come our way next year? So Sador is going with his father.
As soon as the clock says 0.
Cricket Celebration Bowl. Jackson State in a dogfight, leading by 1, 27-26 here in the 4th. 10:27 to go. Richards, screen pass, catch is made. He'll take it across the 25 to about the 26. But he's going to be yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 9 for the North Carolina Central Eagles and MEXM.
I tell you what, that was a huge stop by Jeremiah Williams, Coach. He had plenty of room to run, as you can see on the replay. Jeremiah Williams don't make that tackle. There's a lot of room to run.
And an injured player on the field for North Carolina Central. This injury report is brought to you by McCullum Physical Therapy, located at 5225 Highway 18 West in Jackson. Call 601-487-8456. Have you ever experienced pain, numbness, and tingling in your hands, and the doctor has diagnosed you with carpal tunnel syndrome, physical or occupational therapy may be an option for you. With the use of exercises, manual therapy, their therapist can assist you in your rehab process. McCullum Physical Therapy, from rehab to recovery. Again, 601-487-8456.
Have you ever had those issues?
Negative. Now, I saw Brown, I saw Brown twisting his fingers around. It looked like he had carpal tunnel.
From pushing buttons.
Pushing buttons. And throwing switches.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Brown.
But nobody can beat him at
Brown, he said you were throwing switches.
But nobody can beat Brown at it. So.
Flipping switches. Hitting buttons, flipping switches.
If I'm on a desert island, I would have Brown there with me. So Brown would get communication from two twigs. Brown will call somebody with some sticks.
They're showing that route that Travis Hunter ran because he gave him an outside move and cut back across his face.
All right, Coach, here we go. 3rd down and 8 for North Carolina Central from the Eagles' own 29-yard line. Jackson State fans urging on the defense. These Jackson State fans, they have filled this Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Richards back to throw with time, fires across the middle. The catch is made, and that is a first down. He has enough for the first down. That was Quentin McCall, who has already scored a touchdown in this ball game.
He ran a deep comeback on Travis Hunter, Coach. But Hunter was there to make the play.
Wow. 12 on 12.
Yeah, deep curl route.
1st and 10. Under 10 minutes to go. North Carolina Central on the move from its own 40-yard line. Make it to 39. Richards in the shotgun. He will hand it off to Collier, and Collier is tackled in the backfield for no gain, a loss of about 3 on the play. Devontae Davis making the tackle for the Tigers.
From Union Springs, Alabama.
6th play of the drive for the Eagles. It is 2nd down and 12 for NC Central from their own 37-yard line. Under 9 minutes to play now. Tigers leading by 1, 27-26. Richards again calls his own number. He's going to be grabbed by Jeremiah Brown after a short gain on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long for the Eagles.
Just ran that quarterback draw because they're going to lean their hat. What they're trying to do is milk that clock, continue to get first downs, but they want to give Jackson State the ball back with as less amount of time as possible. Probably set themselves up for a field goal to win the game, Coach.
3rd and 5 for the Eagles from their own 44-yard line, trailing by 1, 27-26. Richards, the quarterback, who has done a tremendous job in this game, but he's facing a big 3rd down and 5. Richards, here comes the rush. Richards hit as he throws. The ball is in the air, and it is incomplete. No flag. Oh, a flag comes in at the end. He didn't have to touch him,
so didn't have to touch him.
Was that Silo?
Yep.
He didn't have to touch him because he just threw the ball in the air.
Now, the question becomes, was the ball catchable? And they're not even having that conversation.
That didn't make no difference. He just turned him around, so he like they were pass interference.
Defense, number 21. 15-yard penalty for the previous 5. Automatic.
He didn't even have to, but the ball was actually thrown behind him. What Shiloh should have done was turn and went for the ball.
This is going to give North Carolina Central a first down. Yeah, Shiloh had no reason to touch him, but he didn't know he was hit as he threw the football. So it is first down and 10 for the Eagles from the Jackson State 41-yard line. Eagles trailing by 1, 27-26. They have a very accurate field goal kicker. They're not quite in field goal range yet. They'll hand it off to Collier, and now they are. As Collier takes it. Oh, and a Jackson State player just hit of North Carolina Central players.
Well, that's Travis Hunter, Coach. Late on. Travis got ran over, and then he pushed the guy. I don't know if they threw a flag.
I don't see a flag. You see a flag down there, Jamie?
No, but Travis was upset because he got ran over right there.
Ooh.
He went for a rodeo ride, Coach. Then he pushed the guy.
He sure did.
Yeah. I mean, just go and accept the ride that you went on.
2nd and 1.
The clock will stop for a defensive player helmet off. It's 2nd down.
Travis helmet came off, so he'll have to leave the field. But North Carolina Central now at the Jackson State 32-yard line. It is 2nd and 1 for the Eagles from the JSU 32. They'll run it again, and he picks up the first down. This is Collier inside the 25 to the Jackson State 22.
Jeremiah Brown on that tackle, Coach. I mean, it's that cover 0 look. Once that running back gets to that second level, Coach, there's no linebackers there. There's nothing there. They just walk clean in.
First down for the Eagles at the Jackson State 24-yard line. The Eagles in field goal range now with under 7 minutes to play here in the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Richards in the shotgun for NC Central. I should say Richards. Richards will again go with the quarterback draw as he picked up maybe a yard on the play.
Yeah, they're going to keep trying to milk that clock, get that clock down to a certain amount of time, Coach. Trying to let it rip in his offensive team off the field.
Coming up on 6 minutes to play. Jackson State clinging to a 1-point lead at 27-26 here in the fourth quarter. It is 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles of North Carolina Central, and they have it at Jackson State's 21-yard line. There's a snap to throw. The catch is made at the 10-yard line. Silo drags him down at the 9, and it's a first down and goal situation for the Eagles.
Yeah, when you look back at this, Coach, I don't know why he's so far off him, Coach. Giving him a lot of room to work on that slant route. The ball is on the plus 15.
12th play of the drive for NC Central. That started back at the Eagles 27. They have it now at the Jackson State 9-yard line. North Carolina Central in field goal range, coming up on 5 minutes to play here in the fourth. Richards, the quarterback, hands it off to Collier, and he picks up about 2 yards, maybe to the 7-yard line.
Just ran that inside zone. He tried to cut back, but to no avail, nothing was there.
2nd down and 7. Clock continues to move. Under 5 minutes to play. Jackson State 27. North Carolina Central 26. JSU came into this game a heavy favorite to beat this team. JSU undefeated on the season. NC Central 9-2. 2nd down and goal from the JSU 7. And they'll hand it to Collier, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
Once again, inside zone, Coach. Nope. You got flags everywhere, Coach. I mean, flags everywhere. But once again, nobody's on that backside. Once he got to the second level, Coach, it was nobody there.
They'll flag down. Maybe this is a celebration after the touchdown, Jamie, probably?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, Rob. I didn't see anything that the Tiger player did, but
yeah,
I think it's a celebration.
Still plenty of time now, Coach. 4:31 to go for Shadua Sanders and the JSU offense.
It is, Coach, and you see they're going to go for 2 right here.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, flagrant personal foul, number 42. By rule, he is ejected from the game.
Jeremiah Brown.
So now accept the shot.
Jeremiah Brown.
Yeah, he's been ejected.
Wow, he's a good player too, Coach.
Well, he is, but you still have to be disciplined, Coach. Let's see what happens.
going to hurt JSU on the kickoff, too.
Yeah.
See what happened there.
But it looked like he.
Great replays here.
Yeah, Coach, I want to say he swung a hand to the face or something.
So right now, as it stands, NC Central with a 32-27 lead over JSU. They will go for 2 here. Make it a 6-point game. They directly hand it off, and now they another flea flicker. They throw it in for the 2-point conversion.
Wow.
These Kicky Eagles have forced Jackson State to score a touchdown with 4:31 to play. It's the Eagles 34, Jackson State 27.
Feel like them Eagles got both wings back, Coach. It was flying with one.
So Jackson State has to score a touchdown and get the point after. They trail by 7 right now, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, there's plenty of time left. We've seen over and over again our guys come back and fight with less time on the clock. But it's going to be, every play is going to be important. Every play, every series, I mean, it's important here. Every snap.
Wow. We have not seen Jackson State in a game like this all year long, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, Jackson State is, we're on our heels right now, Coach, and we have to figure out a way to keep fighting.
You said a few moments ago that the Eagles were flying on one wing.
Yeah.
Well, somebody, they went to the hospital and got the other wing fixed.
Well, they just stapled that joker up. they just stapled that wing up, Coach.
Wow. Jackson State trying to win his first ever Celebration Bowl and try to give the SWAC Celebration Bowl win. But the last team, the only team to win at the Celebration Bowl in the SWAC has been Grambling. They beat North Carolina Central. But North Carolina Central has never beaten Jackson State.
Now, here's what the question becomes. Do you go for the win, Jackson State, you score, or do you go for the tie to send it in overtime?
Ooh. Again, this is Coach Deion Sanders' last game coaching here at Jackson State. As he will take the job at Colorado. He has already accepted the job, and he's been going back and forth, this week and last week.
So we go down, we score a touchdown.
Oh, it's plenty of time, Coach.
Yeah, but it's going to come down to it. You're going to need the touchdown and the field goal, extra point to go tie it up. But again, do you go for the win or do you go for the tie?
Me, I would go for the tie, and then get my chances on winning in overtime. I don't know, because they can't stop this thing.
That's what I'm saying. This is the most points been scored on our defense all year. Well, let's say this, the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Jamie, what do? You go for the win?
Yeah, I go for the tie, Coach. I go for the tie.
I would go for the win because we can't stop them. I would go for the win, Coach.
Can't stop them.
Can't stop them, Coach.
Jackson State coming into this game averaging 40 points a game. North Carolina Central averaging 30. So they have met their criteria.
Now, what was the scores again that we picked?
The what?
What was our scores we picked?
Okay. Let's see. Let me go back to it, Coach. Well, I'm totally wrong. You said JSU would win 35-30. Jamie said JSU would win 35-24. I said Jackson State would win 28-17. So I'm dead in the water. Oh, Jackson State got the kickoff, but they fall on it, and we'll start at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, but that's, when you got a big lineman back there like that, when you got a big guy back there, he doesn't do that. That's not what he does. He's upset because they're telling him, hey, man, get out the way.
That's they done.
Yeah. Get out the way.
Yeah, he was back there.
You don't catch those punts.
But they, and I thought that Coach Oliver would do this earlier in the game, kick it to him, and that's what he did. He kicked it right to Dalen Dunn, who he knew who wasn't going to catch it.
And he's still on the sideline fussing because he dropped the ball.
All right, Coach, 4 minutes, 28 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Right now, North Carolina Central leads Jackson State 34-27. Coach, when you look at, as we wind this down, and all these players that Coach Prime is planning to take with him, how devastating is that for this team next season?
Well, Coach, you're almost going to have to. That's a lot of kids. If he's taking 10 kids from what our sources are telling us, it's about 10 kids, that in key positions. You just don't, it's easy to say next man up, but those kids are starters for a reason. And you have to go back and look at that. My philosophy is that if you're going to take 1 or 2 kids, Savage or Sons, but when you go to taking that many kids, I think that is a problem.
Well, I'd like to take a moment to say hello to all of our listeners that have been listening to us all year long. Mama Amos, they're listening to us all year long. Miss Coleman, Ray Coleman's lovely wife, she's been listening to us all year. Everybody, Miss Porter, Galen Porter, Porter's Insurance.
Yeah,
and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to JSU football. We certainly apologize for all of the technical errors through the year. Our equipment came to this beautiful stadium, and I guess it's used to being in somewhere that's not up to par like this one. And it didn't work, Coach.
Yeah, it didn't work, Coach. I would like to say to the guys, my cousin Nick Warner and the family on Alta Vista Street, Miss Georgia Coleman, is a second mom to me. Just people that just continue to support us. To my son, I know he's listening, and my daughter's in North Carolina who live there. Her and her fiance, Coach, and everybody's just excited.
Is the NFL commissioner here
today? That's the NFL commissioner, Coach.
Roger Goodell, he's here?
Yes, he is.
He needs to be doing some, while he's sitting here at the celebration bowl, he needs to be looking to see how Tom Brady's been cheating all these years.
Nah, Coach Tom Brady's never cheated.
He never cheated?
Never.
Okay.
And
he certainly tried.
He's never cheated, and look, somebody has a Jake on their hat right there. And he's with them.
All right, Jackson State finds himself in a hole right now. What? 4 minutes, 28 seconds. This JSU offense can strike quick.
No question. That's plenty enough time. The difference between Jackson State offense real quick is they can score fast. It takes North Carolina Central offense longer to score. Well, we have Let It Rip Sanders down here, Coach, and he's big for one more big moment, Coach.
Absolutely.
One more shining moment.
And here we go. First down for Jackson State from its 19-yard line, operating from right to left. Shador in the shotgun. Throws it out to the right side. It is incomplete. Looking to get it to Rico Powers. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Rico has been struggling all night, Coach. He just tried to throw that deep out. Sanders has that strong enough arm to get it out there.
North Carolina Central 34, Jackson State 27 with 4 minutes to go. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the right for JSU. 1 to the left. That's Travis Hunter. Hunter has already caught a touchdown in this ball game. DJ Stevens has caught a touchdown for Jackson State in this ball game. Yeah, why was the clock running?
I don't know, Coach. Pass? But again, offensive coordinator cannot forget you have 4 minutes. Still run the football some. You don't have to throw 4 straight balls.
They put 4:12 on the clock. Shador in the shotgun with time. Throws. The catch is made. That's Hunter, and he has enough for the first down. It was a pickup of about 15 yards. It's going to be 1st and 10. That first down brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Well, I tell you, they better put 2 over there on Hunter because he can make the big play.
Jackson State from its own 35. Another pass play. This one to Kevin Coleman Jr. A pickup of about 4 yards to about the 39-yard line.
I think they're trying to set it up for Hunter to get vertical over here, but they're moving that safety over.
Jackson State at its 39. They'll run with the football.
Yeah, they came in and brought the wood that time, Coach.
Not much there.
Yeah, that was a train wreck.
Third down now for Jackson State. 3rd down and 4 against a team that does not give up first down on 3rd down. They're the best defense when it comes to 3rd down conversions by the other team in the FCS. We're coming up on 3 minutes to play. Jackson State at its own 39, trailing 34-27. Shador takes the low snap, throws, the catch is made. Hooks with the first down at midfield, and he will get down. Hooks is when he's
down. They will take it from Hooks. Hooks will be to spend the night in the weight room. They just be taking his Dixie cup. Give me that juice, boy.
Hooks at the Eagles 45-yard line. 2:40 to go. Clock moving. 6th play of the drive. Shador back to throw. Steps up. He's going to run it, and he slides down at the NCC 37-yard line.
Nothing was there, Coach. That hole opened up. That was a smart play because everybody dropped deep, Coach. Now it's an easier play to call at 2nd and 5.
We are coming up on 2 minutes to play. North Carolina Central 34, Jackson State 27. JSU with 2 timeouts in the ball game, and I think they may have taken one.
North Carolina Central has all 3 timeouts. Every play counts right here. Every call timeout counts. Everything counts right here, Coach.
All right, let's check in now with Jamie Horton down on the sideline. Jamie.
Yeah, it's a lot of tense moments down here, guys. The team is tense. The coaches are tense. This is a very important drive. Of course, this is the season right here, so we'll see what happens.
The winner of this game will be the Black College National Champion, Coach.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Celebration Bowl. Again, North Carolina Central has played JSU 3 times prior to this, and they have lost all 3 games, and all games were in Jackson.
I'll tell you, Coach. That's your music, man.
Yeah, that's my fault.
You can't shoulder stroll off that, bro.
They done it my fault. Jackson State football this season brought to you by Chambliss Premier Insurance. Go to iCheckMyRate.com. That's iCheckMyRate.com to find lower auto, home, and life insurance premiums. JSU football also brought to you by Converge One, is a proud sponsor of JSU TV and JSU Tiger football. They have proven technology solutions that connect people with purpose. That's Converge One. All right, here we go, Coach. 2nd down and 6 for JSU from the Eagles' 40-yard line. Tigers trailing 34-27. Shador back to throw. He's in trouble, and he is sacked. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Wow. He took a big hit right there, Coach. And, Coach, they didn't bring any blitz. They just did a twist up front.
Wow. 3rd down and 19. This makes it more difficult with 1 minute, 29 seconds to play. North Carolina Central sensing an upset, sensing a championship.
And the clock is still running, Coach.
So they're first.
That'll be 30 seconds left.
Field.
Hey!
Wow.
Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out.
I don't know what it is with Jackson State in the postseason. There's a jinx on them, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, that offensive lineman kind of fell asleep on that twist.
Jackson State coming in here with a very strong football team with 4 stars, 5 stars, and they trailed in this Cricket Celebration Bowl 34-27.
I tell you, when the game get on the line, you see everybody want to coach on the sideline. I think that's Coach Sanders. I don't know what you call it, personal bodyguard or whatever. He's in the offensive huddle. Everybody want to be a coach. You're still in two-down territory right here, Coach. You don't have to get it all at one time.
It is 3rd down and 19. Jackson State with the ball at his own 47. Shador back to throw, fires. The catch is made by Hook at the 40-yard line, but he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be short of the first down, rather. It's going to be 4th down and about 5.
Well, I tell you what, now you didn't get it all nice. A manageable call right here. You can run your dig routes because they're going to drop everybody off. Work your digs, your deep out for the first down. Let it rip, has that arm strength where he can make those throws. But the key is going to be receivers have to understand where the chains are right here.
ASU calls a timeout. They have 1 left. 4th down and 7. This is it, Coach.
This is it.
This is it. Will Coach Prime go to Colorado with a blemish on his record and a shoe with it? Or
gift wrap.
Will Jackson State keep it alive on this 4th down? Can the Tigers convert on 4th and 7?
Well, I tell you what, Coach, he's not in the offensive huddle right now. He's letting his coaches coach. I see Coach Taylor, he's talking. This is a must. Every receiver is going to have to run a little harder. But the most important thing, the offensive line is going to have to block a little bit longer right here.
All right, Jamie, this is it. This is it. 4th down and 7. Jackson State at the North Carolina Central 41-yard line. Jackson State trailing 34-27.
Coach, I tell you what, I don't see Kevin Coleman in the game, Coach. I don't know what Barcelona's thinking about. He's on the sideline.
J.D. Martin is behind Shador in the pistol formation. There's the snap. Takes the handoff. Shador is going to try to run for it. Now he's in trouble. He throws, and it is caught. Caught on the first down.
That was Daniels on the catch, Coach.
What a throw by Shador on the run. Jackson State still alive. 10th play of the drive. 56 seconds to play. Tigers at the Eagles' 31-yard line. Shador in the shotgun on 1st down and 10. Shador looking, throws on the right side. The catch is made. I think he's going to be out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, that was a great throw, but the receiver cannot allow him to push him to the sideline.
38 seconds left. Jackson State at the Eagles 31. Jackson State trailing 34-27. It is 2nd down and 10 for JSU. 11th play of the drive here at the Cricket Celebration Bowl. This has been a good one. Tigers need a touchdown. A field goal will do them no good. Shador in the shotgun, taking the snap. Here comes the pressure. Shador will run it, throws on the run. The catch is made by
Got to get up and clock it, Coach. He didn't get out of bounds. They got to clock it.
He's at the 19. Clock moving now. Or did Jackson State call a timeout?
No, they're out of timeout.
All right, they stopped it for the change of possession, and Shador clocked it with 25
Why
seconds.
is the clock still running, Coach? They need to reset the clock to at least 3 more seconds on it.
This is the 12th play of the drive. They have 1 timeout left, though.
They don't. Well, they must have put that for the first when he called that last one down here. That wasn't up there. Maybe they doing the time commissioner trying to investigate.
Jamie, what's the mood like down there, man?
Very scary.
Yeah, but they need to put some more time on the clock. So these fans from Jackson, Mississippi are ready to come out there and see. Let it rip has one more moment of glory right here, Coach.
Wow. This is an exciting ball game.
Oh, no question.
It is first down, actually second down and 10 for Jackson State from the Eagles' 19-yard line. 24 seconds to go. Jackson State needs a touchdown. A turnover will end the ball game. I won't even think that way, but a timeout now called by Coach Trey Oliver.
Now the down box over there has first down and second down on the board right here.
Yeah, they have second down on the board, but they have first down on the down marker. So what is it?
I thought he just got a first down on that catch, right?
They did.
So it should be first and 10 instead of second and 10.
Absolutely. These JSU fans are as nervous as a cat.
Yeah, but they ready to come up out their seats, Coach. So let me say this.
Asbury is nervous as a cat.
Yeah, but you see how close I get to that window if he can bag up, huh?
Sam Brown is nervous as a cat. Quinn is smiling.
Chewing back there, eating a chewing.
Jackson State trying to send Coach Prime off to Colorado with an undefeated record for the entire season. North Carolina Central has given JSU all it can handle all year. This is the toughest game Jackson State has played all year.
Here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
They're going to score a touchdown, and it's going to go back to what we talked about. Do you go for the win, or do you go for the tie?
I go for the tie.
You better think about it, Jamie.
Take a chance on not getting it. All right, here we go. First down, but the board is showing second down. So I'll go with that. Second down and 10. Shadua in the shotgun. He's got J.D. Martin standing to his left shoulder. 24 seconds to go. There's a snap. He throws in the end zone. It is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Travis Hunter. He bobbled the ball at the one and couldn't hang on to it.
He had him, Coach. Travis had him beat. There it is right there. He has him beat.
15 seconds to go, Coach. He wouldn't have scored anyway.
No.
13th play of the drive. Jackson State from the Eagles 19. JSU needs a touchdown, but there's only 15 seconds left to play.
Don't forget about Kevin Coleman and Shane Hooks. Keep your eyes on those guys.
8 on the play clock. Down to 5, down to 4. They got to snap it. Here's Shadua in trouble, rolling to his right, and he throws it away, incomplete. But he was hit out of bounds. There's only 7 seconds left.
This is it right here, Coach. God,
14th play of the drive. This is it. 7 seconds left. Well, what do you do?
No, Coach, you gotta go. You gotta go for the end zone. Well, you gotta go for the end zone. They'll bag everybody up and play the end zone. Coach Albers now is telling them all to back up, but they still have to play football.
7 seconds to play. Jackson State needs a touchdown. They have it at the Eagles' 19-yard line. This is it. Shadua back to throw, throws in the end zone.
Touchdown!
Touchdown! It is caught! Wow!
Coach, did you see it, Coach? Did you see it? No time left. I called it. I called it. I told you what was going to happen, Coach.
Oh, my goodness. This crowd is going wild.
So they're going for one, Coach. He's going to go for the tie.
Now it's up to Mata.
He's got a tie, Coach.
After that touchdown pass to Hunter from Shadua Sanders. Mata can tie it up with the point after. He is not, well, I won't say it. There's a snap. The kick is up. It is good. And we're tied with no time on the clock. What a thrilling game this turned out to be.
Coach, I told you, let it rip. Have one more shining moment, Coach. One more shining moment. Let it rip, Coach. And he did it. I mean, a perfectly thrown ball.
Jamie, what a play and what a way to come back for Jackson State.
This time, it's crazy, guys. I wish you could be down to the experience. I mean, the crowd is great.
Well, I tell you what, Coach. Just from being up here looking at this thing, it was just a phenomenal throw. And they went from All-American to All-American. This is why he's the #1 player in the country. So
he may not want to talk to us after the game, but he certainly made a fantastic catch for the touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Wow. This crowd is going crazy. Predominantly JSU fans here. The North Carolina Central fans are in stunned belief.
They are. So
we'll take a timeout and come back with overtime after this on the Tigers Sports Network.
SMDExclusive.com is your official licensed store, and they're back with more exclusive JSU apparel that you can't find anywhere. And if you don't want to believe me, well, hear it for yourself.
Yo, this your boy Snapman, still doing what I can with the official JSU apparel, from jerseys to 3D style print caps, exclusive t-shirts, hoodies, and more. SMDExclusive.com, wide open. Check us out from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at 398 U.S. Highway 51 next to Wingstop in Richmond, Mississippi. And for all your special game days, we have the blue out and the pink out apparel. Brought to you by Snapman. Still doing what I can. For more info, give us a call at 601-790-7550. That number again is 601-790-7550. SMDExclusive.com is your officially licensed exclusive JSU apparel that you will never find nowhere else. So come see it for yourself.
398 U.S. Highway 51, right next door to Wingstop.
The new Jackson State University strategic plan details how our university will meet the global challenges and expectations that are inherent in the changing landscape of higher education, and it serves as the roadmap of the university's prioritizations, decisions, and resources, and for advancing Jackson State University as a recognized leader in higher education. To find out more about the JSU strategic plan through 2026, visit www.jsums.edu.
Jackson State University football brought to you in part by the Tiger Fund. Visit Jackson, Nissan North America, Cadence Bank, Shared Health, S. Williams Law Firm, Cherokee Brick, Rocket Mortgage, Hattie's Chicken and Waffle, UMMC, Sims Chiropractic Services, and Dynastic Promotional Products.
Flip the coin. The winner will have the choice of offense or defense. The other will have choice at the end of the field. From there, if we go to another overtime, the other team will have the option. If we go to a third overtime, we'll play it with extra points from the 2-yard line. All right? Once again, you're the visitor. Same coin, heads, tails. Tails, heads. Ball was tail. It is a head. You won. What would you like to do? You'd like to play defense first. Okay. Which end of the field would you like to play on? You're going to play on that end. All right, man. Jackson State's won. Elect to play defense. We'll start on the 25. They're going this way. Let's go, man.
You know, I would normally agree with that, but Jackson State defense can't stop them. Get the offense the ball first, man. All right, Jimmy, let's Jackson State won the toss and has decided to put the defense on the field first. The overtime rules, the coin toss on offense, defense, into the field. Each team gets one possession. So, Jamie, what's your thoughts on this?
When I tell you that I got emotional down there, that was just a great catch. But Coach Prime gathered the whole team up after that play and told them, we come too far to lose this game. Let's show them who we are, to get all the distractions, get everything that don't happen the last 2 to 3 weeks, and let's win this ball game for Jackson State and Jackson Mississippi.
All right. Both teams will get the ball in overtime. It'll be placed, I believe, at the 25-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Coach, this is an exciting moment here. I mean, the Eagle found his wing back. The Tiger.
You said the Eagle wing was.
It was. Where they stapled it back together. And then the Tiger went in. They cut the claws off. They turned into what that movie is where the man got them fingers grow out of there. What it called, bro?
It was
Scissorhands. It was Scissorhands.
Jackson State defense is on the field. If JSU can stop them, and the Tigers get the ball back and score any kind of points, the game is over. Here we go. We're in overtime. North Carolina Central at Jackson State's 25-yard line, operating from left to right. Richard remains in at quarterback here on first down and 10. They can pick up the first down at the 15. They will hand it off to Collier, and he is stopped after a gain of maybe 3, bringing up second down.
And off number 5, Mookie Collier.
Just Trent ran that inside zone, coach, and Jason Mercer came in and made that play, along with a slew of other Jackson State football players.
3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 7. We're in overtime, tied at 34. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Second and 7.
Jackson State defense has had trouble stopping this Eagles offense. Richard, the quarterback, he has been the ringleader. Here comes the pressure, and Collier breaks out of it. Collier inside the 15, tip off the tackle. Collier inside the 5, down to the 3. This guy is amazing.
That was Silman Craig met the stiff arm, coach. Mr. Stiff Arm meets Silman Craig, and that's what happened.
All right, first and goal for North Carolina Central. If they score a touchdown, Jackson State has to respond with a touchdown. Here in overtime. First and goal.
We still got too many people on the field. Coach, we got 2 people open out here at the bottom.
And Jackson State called the timeout. Jackson State. You hollering at the wrong one.
I know it, Coach.
30 seconds to what? You hollering at the wrong one.
Yeah, I know, Coach.
Ain't nothing I can do.
Well, I need something to happen. We got to get out of here. Did you see the stiff arm on Silman Craig, Coach?
Yes, sir. North Carolina Central has rolled up 457 yards of total offense. This is the most on Jackson State all year long. Jackson State with 393 yards of offense. Both these teams almost identical on third down conversion. JSU 4 of 10, NC Central 4 of 11.
Look at the passing yards by Let It Rip, Coach. 329.
Wow, 329 yards passing.
Kevin Coleman, 7 catches for 137.
Wow.
Aubrey Miller, 11 tackles.
We go out of the timeout, first and goal for the Eagles from the Jackson State 3. We're in overtime, tied at 34. And Richard will call his own number, and he is hit at the 1. And that's going to bring up second down.
Just running that quarterback power, quarterback draw.
On the quarterback keeper.
They're at the 1-yard line on second and goal here in overtime. Richards this time underneath center. Second and goal from the 1. He may try a quarterback sneak, and they're going to try to push him in.
He's in.
Yeah, I think he might have been stopped, Coach.
They gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
They gave it to him.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Now Jackson State has to respond with a touchdown. If not, game over.
Now you have to be mindful also. Watch the fake right here. They've been doing some tricky stuff. Watch the fake on the field goal.
North Carolina Central with 40 points on Jackson State this year.
Wow.
Has anybody scored 40 points on JSU?
Not in the last 2 years. I don't know what's going on, Coach. But I tell you what's been happening. People have been able to run the football.
Yeah.
They get out front. They shorten the game. They continue to score. We're a fast-paced offense, and that's been hurting us.
Here's a point after attempt. Ball is snapped down. The kick is up, and it is good. So NC Central scores first in the overtime to take a 41-34 lead. Now Jackson State has to score a touchdown and a point after to keep the overtime periods coming. If they go to a second overtime, same rules apply. If they go to a third overtime, everybody has to go for 2.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Check back in the session in the Skelly sideline report.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Now listen, some of y'all might know this, and some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might be with it, and some of y'all won't.
Fantastic game.
Let's
Go ahead, Coach.
Brought to you in part by 10th Street Investment, bringing confidence to your investment planning. You can log on to Bev, that's BEZ, at 10thstreetinvestment.com or call 769-300-4949. All right, here's Jackson State now in overtime from the 25-yard line of North Carolina Central. Shador Sanders, of course, remains in at quarterback on 1st and 10. You got Wilkerson standing to his left shoulder, man in motion from right to left. Shador taking the snap, fires. David Daniels makes the catch at the drop down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of maybe 5 on the play.
Just ran that hitch route, Coach. They started the game off with the same play they started off with.
2nd down and 5 for JSU. Actually, 2nd and 4. They'll run it with Wilkerson, and he is stopped dead in his tracks. So it's going to be 3rd down here.
Yeah, they got to spread them out and go with what got you to this point. Spread them back out. When you reduce the formation, that's where North Carolina Central is even stronger.
3rd and 2, Jackson State with the ball at Central's 17-yard line. Shador in the shotgun as they operate from left to right. Tigers trailing 41-34 here in overtime. JSU has to score a touchdown to keep the overtime period alive. You got 6 on the play clock. Shador taking the snap, throws on the near side to Stevens, who makes the catch. He's out of bounds, but he picks up the 1st down at the 8-yard line.
86, T.J. Stevens. Good job of just getting your 1st down, knowing where the sticks are, getting out of bounds after the catch.
1st and goal, Jackson State.
All right, here we go. Jackson State 1st and goal from the 8-yard line of NC Central. DJ Stevens has played a wonderful game as well. That's Coleman in motion from right to left. Gets set. Now he comes back. And Shador takes the snap, throws underneath. The catch is made.
Get in!
By Wilkerson, who almost dove in. He's out of bounds at the 3. They mark it at the 1.
Pass fake number 36, Sevion Wilkerson.
He's at the 3, Coach. When I tell you great balance, God, that's
2nd and goal from the 3.
That's why I got a little emotional there.
It is 2nd and goal, Coach. 2nd and goal. Jackson State at the 3-yard line. They need a touchdown to keep the overtime period alive. Shador in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Hunter to the right. Shador takes the snap, hands it to Wilkerson, trying to power his way in, and he stopped at the 1. That'll make it 3rd down and goal from the 1.
I tell you, Coach, they just tried to run that zone. He tried to cut back.
Offensive timeout for defensive injury. That's Brayard. He's down, looking like he may be cramping, Coach. And this injury timeout brought to you by McCullum Physical Therapy, located 525 Highway 18 West in Jackson. Did you know that the most sports injuries can be prevented by simply wearing the right gear? If you have recently been injured playing the sport that you love, give McCullum Physical Therapy a call at 601-487-8456 and let that team of therapists get you back in the game, Coach. Why do you chuckle when I read that, Coach?
You get fired up when you read that.
Because I get excited at the end. It's so long.
Yeah. You be like,
wow.
I tell you, this has been a very exciting ball game, man. I mean, both fans are just ready to explode out of their seat. I'd rather see our fans explode out of the seat, but
yeah.
I mean, it has been a very, very exciting ball game.
Wow, man. You know, there's so many players of the game in this one. We'll have our Mississippi Hospital Association offensive and defensive players of the game. You know, I would like to give it to Travis Hunter, but he's not going to talk to us after the game, so he ain't getting it.
No question.
He ain't going to get it.
No. He stopped talking to us.
We tried several times, and he won't talk to us.
I tell you, Aubrey Miller's been leading on tackles on defense.
Here we go, Coach. 3rd down and goal from the 1 for Jackson State in overtime. Shador underneath center. He'll fake the handoff. Throws, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness.
Hayden Hagler dropped it. He dropped it in the end zone.
Coach, here's my issue with that. DJ Stevens has been catching all those passes all year long. Why would you he hasn't been throwing the ball all year, Coach. Name a game he's been throwing a pass to.
He caught one touchdown this season.
Coach, we're in week 15.
It is 4th down and goal from the 1. If Jackson State loses this game, we'll go back to that play forever. Here we go. 4th down and goal from the 1. The Tigers need a touchdown here in overtime. Shador back to throw. Oh, he's in trouble. Rolling to his left, throws. It is incomplete. Ball game over. North Carolina Central wins. Hayden Hagler dropped the ball in the end zone, which would have sent the game into overtime. Jackson State suffers its first loss of the year.
Wow.
Hagler dropped it, Coach. He was open, and he dropped it.
Coach, they shouldn't have never called that play to him. He's only caught no balls all year, Coach.
Shador floated that in the end zone.
Perfectly thrown football, Coach.
Jackson State will end the year 12-1. And I don't know.
Did Coach Sanders, did they shake hands, the two coaches?
Coach, I don't know if we've seen
Coach is headed to the locker room, Coach.
Some of the JSU players sitting on the bench dejected. Murphy sitting on the bench. Jordan in tears for Jackson State. Smith in tears. Rucker in tears.
Everybody, Coach.
Beasley. Great ball.
And Central is just won't make it any better because they're taunting there all over the field, Coach.
Coach Fine consoling Beasley right now. I don't know if he will talk to us. He's consoling his players. The media following Coach Fine. But you're right, Coach. Why would you throw that to Hagler?
Coach, they should have never thrown it to him, Coach. And that's why, for me as a coach, they shouldn't have never made that call. Of course he's going to be wide open. But you put your sure hands. You get the ball in your sure hands. Hunter, Stevens, Shane Hook. You get the ball in those guys' hands. And I'm not mad at the kids. Let me say that. Let me make that perfectly clear. But you haven't thrown him a ball all year, and you wait to the national championship game to throw him one. I mean,
Smith III being consoled by Coach Prime right now. He's telling him to get off the bench and go to the locker room. Confetti flying everywhere at the stadium. Coach Prime consoling his offensive lineman Hayes. There's confetti all over the field. North Carolina Central defeats Jackson State 41-34, handing the Tigers their first loss this season. Yeah, you hate to put the blame on Hayden Hagler because there were other.
Coach, number one, it should have never been in that position. Let's say that. Anytime you get 41 points scored on you, no, it's not Hayden Hagler's fault at all by no means. He didn't give up 41 points. My only thing is when the game is on the line, as an offensive coordinator, you know you have to get the ball in your sure guy's hands. It's not the kid's fault at all.
And with all of these players, a lot of these players leaving to go to Colorado, I don't know if we'll see Jackson State in this position again.
Coach, we'll see Jackson State in this position again, Coach. You know, through the years, let's just say it, we had some bad hires through the years. Well, now you got a guy in that understands what the Jackson State winning tradition is about. He's been a part of Coach Prime winning tradition, so it'll continue. You get guys around that will go out and recruit, and that'll get it done. I mean, at the end of the day, Jackson State
will be here, Coach.
DJ Stevens, he's being controlled by Travis Hunter. You're right, I just don't understand.
Now, the issue that I'm having again is why are we not here to listen to the alma mater, Coach? You know, win, lose, or draw. You stay there and you listen to the true alma mater.
But I tell you what, in the years that Coach Brown has been here, he's certainly brought a lot of talent to this football team. So
he has.
Brought a lot of talent here. And this was I know it's not the outcome we wanted, but this was a really intriguing, really good football game, man. But it didn't end the way we wanted it to. Jackson State just can't get over the hump in these postseason games. I just don't understand it. This reminded me of the championship game in New Orleans against Southern when you had a man stepped out of bounds when he caught the ball in the end zone. And now this, Hayden Hagler drops the ball in the end zone. He was wide open.
Well, at the end of the day, Coach, again, and I'll go on record saying it, it's not Hayden Hagler's fault that they have not thrown him but one pass in 14 weeks. And he has not caught a pass or been thrown a pass since the pass he caught. So you get to the championship game, and all of a sudden you put that kind of pressure on that young man. And people can easily say, well, next man up, he's supposed to make the play, supposed to be ready. That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds real good. But from a coach that's been doing it 31 years, you got to know who hands to get that ball in, Coach.
Some of the NC Central training staff who never probably played a football game in their life taught the JSU ladies and the equipment staff throwing confetti their way. And if you look at midfield, you'll see some reporters doing stand-up as they report on this game. Wow, Jackson State 0-2 in the Celebration Bowl.
And then at the same time, Coach, you gotta you win championships and you're supposed to celebrate, but again, act like you've been there before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, Coach.
Tough loss, Coach.
We'll take a break and come back and announce our Mississippi Hospital Association offensive and defensive players of the game. Tigers fall to North Carolina Central, 41-34. We're back after this on the Tigers Sports Network. And welcome back to the American Airlines broadcast booth here at the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Jackson State falls in heartbreaking fashion, 41-34. It's their first loss of the season. This game went into overtime, tied at 34, and Jackson State just could not pull it out. Coach, despite all of that, we still have to name the Mississippi Hospital Association offensive and defensive player of the game. First, let's go with defense.
Coach, I think Aubrey Miller at the start of the game, at the start of the fourth quarter, he had 11 tackles. Don't know exactly what he finished with, but I think he was all over the field defensively.
Aubrey Miller is our Mississippi Hospital Association defensive player of the game. And offense, Shadua Sanders over 300 yards passing. Travis Hunter with 2 touchdown passes. What do you think?
Shadua came, throughout what everybody's saying. He's leaving. He's going with his dad. He came to play, Coach. He put that team on his back today, and he made some exciting throws, and I'm going with him. And, Coach, just to make sure, clear the air, Coach. The play was a good play he called, but you threw the football to a blocking tight end.
Uh-huh.
When you watch all of Jackson State football all year, that young man has done an excellent job blocking.
Right.
Excellent job. DJ Stevens has been your passing tight end.
Yeah.
So for an offensive coordinator to make that kind of call and put that kind of pressure on a kid, I think it was a bad decision on his part. Not the kid, but on his part.
Yeah.
And he can say what he wants to say. I've done it all my life. And one of the best to ever do it, and can still do it.
Yes, sir.
But he did it. He was wrong on that one.
Wow. Was it a design play for him?
It was designed. It was designed for him.
Yeah. Well, that was a play. Hey, he did it in his only touchdown of the season was in the Orange Blossom Classic in that blowout against FAMU, and he caught it. But with a lot of pressure on him right here.
And what week was that?
That was week number 1.
And what week are we in now?
We're in week
13.
13, yes, sir.
13 or 14, one of them.
I know you were going to give me a test.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You
did the wrong one.
I know it, Coach. I apologize.
Yeah.
I just hate the way we lost.
Yeah.
You don't make that kind of call and put that pressure on the kid.
Wow.
You don't do that.
Well, Coach.
And Brett Barcelona was wrong.
When you look at this roster, there's a lot of players going to leave with Coach Prime, Travis Hunter, Shadua Sanders, of course, Shiloh. You got not sure who the other players are, just rumored to be or speculation that it could be Cameron Tillman Craig, Alejandro Mata. Mata he has done a fantastic job all season. But it's so difficult to look at this as North Carolina. Congratulations to North Carolina Central,
yes,
by the way, Coach.
Yes.
But Jackson State falls in this ball game. Coach, great season. Want to thank all of our crew, yourself, Sam Brown, Andrew Quinn, Tracy James, Ed Bishop.
Jamie Horton.
What did I say? Did I say Jamie Bishop?
No.
I said
you didn't say Jamie.
I didn't get to Jamie yet. Okay. Yeah. Jamie Horton and just our entire crew. I also want to thank Dr. Elaine Hayes Anthony and Anthony Dean for their support as well.
Well, I tell you what, one thing did happen for us this year.
What's that, Coach?
We had another funeral.
We had a funeral?
Ed did break a camera.
He did.
So we had to bury another camera.
Wow. But, Coach, it will be interesting next year with Coach Prime leaving. T.C. Taylor is now the head coach at Jackson State. Right now, T.C. Taylor is the head coach at Jackson State.
Congratulations to Coach Taylor and his family.
Yes, sir.
Much deserved on this one, Coach.
All right. Well, Coach, safe travels back to Baton Rouge.
Yes, sir. Same to you, buddy.
For Jackson State President Thomas Hudson and JSU Athletic Director Ashley Robinson, I'm Rob J. along with my guys saying so long from Atlanta, Georgia. Final score, Jackson State falls to North Carolina Central, 41-34. Until next year, be safe. So long, everybody.